like basketball. I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not.
Me too.
Maybe if you didn't wake up at 2:40 in the afternoon, you would get to enjoy more sunshine. Have you ever thought about that?
I wonder why I'm sleeping so late.
Yeah, I wonder. Let me see what you're doing in June. Let me see what your sleep
I-
schedule looks like then.
I wonder why my body's not raring to go in 24 degrees, cloudy weather, 4:30 sunset. It's in Inuit culture, they often hibernate for the entire winter. I saw a TikTok about it.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's true.
Yep. Well, they said 1950s research.
Oh, okay. It was like, and our source for this was the mascot for like an Inuit themed vodka or something. I feel like in the 50s Eskimos were like they just missed the train.
You can't say that.
Is Eskimo a bad word?
I see people say that. I don't know if it's legit or if it's the woke mind virus.
I've always assumed it's analogous to like Indian, where obviously it's not correct to like talk about like, I don't know, a certain creed of people in that regard or something, and it's wrong, but it's just like a word that's been around for a while. Regardless, it feels like Inuit culture, or specifically the concept of Eskimos in like the 50s, just missed the boat of being like a professional sports mascot. Like it feels like that would have been a layup mascot for a lot of teams that exist in cold weather in like 1948.
That's like I've had to have seen that somewhere. That's got to be like a TV show mascot or something.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple. There's a barbecue restaurant called Eskimo Joe's that I've eaten at a couple of times, and their merch is not tasteful. I'll say that much. It looks like an Oklahoma barbecue restaurant's drawing of an Inuit person.
There was a PBA team, Filipino Basketball Association, called the Alaska Aces.
That's cool. Were they in? Why were they called? Did they play in Alaska?
I don't think so. I think it was just the sponsor name.
Like the airline, Alaska Airlines?
Well, what are they named after? I don't know if it's under the ownership of the Alaska Milk Corporation.
Oh.
Yeah, but they were one of the best teams ever, and then they just shut down. They
all
won
their
14
players
titles.
probably got drafted.
Oh, maybe, dude, that would. I can't wait. I hope in 50 years the PBA is pumping out NBA talent.
That would be sick. We need a better farm system for the NBA. The G League does not cut it.
We need. You know what's crazy? I was looking at the list of most followed NBA players on Instagram. Markelle Fultz is still top 20. He's got like 9 million followers, and like Lonzo Ball is up there. That's not a huge surprise though.
Yeah,
because I feel like Markelle Fultz wasn't that big of like a hoop mixtape type guy, and
No.
like he wasn't that big of a college phenom, even though he was good the whole time. But he's got like 9 million followers still. Travis Kelce's got 6.7 million.
That's crazy. Damn, I wonder what the deal is with that. Because
NFL players are just less famous because they wear the helmet and because there's 50 of them per game. But I don't know why Travis Kelce is. I think he's fighting for the number 1 spot for them with 6.7 million.
It's because he took the jab. So he went woke, and so now he's broke, just dating the fucking not the richest woman on the planet, but in terms of like pop culture motion, probably the richest woman on the planet. I wonder what's going to happen if they break up.
It'll depend how it goes. I mean, he probably wouldn't talk about it, and then she wouldn't talk about it, but then she'd write a song where she'd say like, he fumbled me on the he has CTE.
She'd write the most heavy-handed metaphor ever. Yeah, I mean, what a once in a generation songwriter. I don't mean to disparage T Swift. Shout out to the GOAT.
Not my goat. She came after my goat.
Who?
Olivia Rodrigo. She sued her for her song sounding kind of like.
I was listening to
song.
"Good for You" by Olivia Rodrigo the other day. Most of that song is not good. Most of it is like, I don't like it. It's just the TikTok part where I'm like, good for you, you look happy. But like beyond that, it's not that good, dude.
Well,
what? I mean, do you want to get into the West?
I hate the Smiths.
I don't even like the Smiths. God damn, bro.
That song was good when it first came out, but it's just too overplayed now. And you know what they do with Olivia Rodrigo?
What?
Like that song, pretty obviously like Paramore inspired.
Yes.
But what they'll do with her is every single song she puts out, they're like, wow, I've literally heard this melody before. Look, if I play this side by side, it sounds just like this. Wow, she in particular is copying every other music artist. And it's like, who out there is producing unheard music?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they just hold her to the standard of a once in a generation musical artist, where it's like, holy shit, no one has ever made a song that has sounded anything like this. She found new chords and arranged them in a new way that like we didn't even know was possible. That's the kind of shit Olivia Rodrigo has to be on to be impressive, I suppose.
There's a finite number of them, right? Of new melodies, and then
I mean, I would assume so if there's a finite number of like chords and everything.
I think some guy used math to trademark them all.
Of course.
Hey, but then he trademarked them to keep them, so he has control. But he said anyone could use them. He said public domain.
Hey, speaking of which, we have two possible State of the League mascots coming up that just entered public domain. We could go Popeye the Sailor. Or we could go Tintin, the cartoon adventure boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
His movie came out not that long ago. They really got in under the wire.
I fucked with him, but then a lot of people were like, don't look up what he did when he went to the Congo.
What did he
I would
do?
assume
He was killing people in the Congo?
They've been making those comics for forever. So there's probably one that's like, Tintin visits a rubber plantation or something, and it's like, oh damn. Yeah, these people are just being horrifically abused, but Tintin, his dog, is pretty cute. So yeah,
we
I don't know what Popeye
Winnie
the Sailor's ever
right?
done. Yeah, but it feels too easy. You know, is everybody from Winnie the Pooh eligible?
I think it's just him. I don't know, but maybe the rest. I don't know.
I would fuck with Eeyore for sure. He could be our mascot.
How do you even spell Eeyore?
Oh, it's insane. It's like EEYORE or something like that.
Is Eeyore
public domain? No, Eeyore's depressed, bitch. That's his whole thing.
Yes, Eeyore's public domain. Oh yeah, him and all the Winnie the Pooh characters entered in January 2022.
Shit. All right, guys, comment down below which public domain character you want to be the State of the League mascot.
Dracula.
Have you seen it yet?
No, because I've been a tiny bit sick, so I can't go to the AMC, and risk infecting another A-list member.
It's fucking gas. I'll tell you what. I want to go see it again. It feels like a movie You should definitely see on the big screen. It's a
I was gonna save it
theatrical
for a
experience.
plane.
Oh, damn. I was just on a plane. Have you ever seen Mr. and Mrs. Smith from like 2005? Not the new TV show.
No.
It's good. It was like FX has the movies. It was a movie that was always on FX back in the day. And so I have very fond memories of it. Like flipping TV channels, you would land on that and catch like the back half of it. The first 20 minutes, terrible. So much worse than I remember. But it's like a 2-hour movie. The last 100 minutes, insanely fun. Oh my God.
Well, I'm just so against infidelity and cheating. I probably wouldn't have as much fun as you watching the movie. But
What do you think it's about?
Well, no, that's the movie where Brad Pitt met Angelina Jolie, right? And he started cheating with her.
Oh, yo, I totally forgot about all that shit. He was dating Jennifer Aniston at the time.
Yeah, I think so. And they were OTP.
Yeah. Brad Pitt, probably a bad guy. I feel like
Yeah.
I've seen something where his kids were like,
He was like beating him up on a plane or something.
yeah. But shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the movie. Fuck, I should have pirated it. I just took it off the plane's like in-flight movie thing. And so when you stream it, you give him like a penny or something. So I'm contributing to him abusing his kids, I guess, but
And
whatever.
I saw a TikTok where he is using his style to distract people from him being a bad guy, because he popped out dressing like a cool young guy, and everyone's like, "Whoa, look at Brad
That
Pitt
pisses
dressing like
me
a
off.
cool young guy," and they
I
were
hate
like,
that.
"It's all part of his strategy." I wonder if he's working with the masterminds that Justin fucking Baldoni's using.
If you're old, dress old. You know, don't dress like a cool young guy. Dress old. There's a million ways to dress. You don't have to like, yeah. People in Hollywood piss me off that way. Except for who's the guy on The Bear, like the big fat cook guy, Matty Matheson. He's got good style. I like him, but he's not really Hollywood. Like he was just in a show one time. What are you doing? Why are you sitting there like that?
I was gonna say something, but I lost my train of thought.
Who gives a shit? We're 13 minutes in, baby. We got to get to the freaking Western Conference. The freaking West going on. You're not talking about the Knicks this week? Patreon.com/State of the League. We will
In
be.
Italy, we only talk north-south. Hey.
Oh, damn, not to get more TV pilled, but I've been watching Abbott Elementary with my girlfriend. It's really good. I like it a lot. And that takes place in Philly.
I never watched it. Ooh, shout out Jackson Frank.
Did you ever watch Ted Lasso?
No, I don't have Apple TV.
Good.
Oh, I think it's free
fine.
this weekend. I saw a TikTok about it.
You should watch Severance. Don't watch Ted Lasso. You guys, if you're getting Apple TV Plus for free, watch Severance. Don't waste your time with Ted Lasso. Abbott Elementary actually does what Ted Lasso thinks it's doing.
Whoa.
Where it's like, Ted Lasso thinks, goddamn, bro.
Let me make sure the rest of these bad boys are on.
Are you cooking something? I mean, geez, you have to step away to go check your cupcakes.
Now that would be sick. Oh, you know what I got? I got a
What?
bunch of different of the. I got 4 different flavors of the fake low-calorie ice cream to see if it's good. Because diet soda has taken a leap as we've chronicled, and as the great Matthew Spanner has chronicled too, the nerd next to LeBron. So I was thinking, I wonder if the ice cream has taken a leap too. So I got 4 flavors, tried them all last night. They're all solid, but we'll see. I'm gonna have one again today, so we'll see if I'm happy the whole way through.
To me, it's easier to make a soda because it's mostly chemicals anyway, even like the normal one. So like changing the chemicals from normal plastic runoff to diet plastic runoff or whatever, that's not that big of a deal. But with ice cream, like actual dairy versus like dairy substitute, I feel like it's very kind of tough to to make
I
them. Or wait, it still uses normal dairy. It's just like less unhealthy shit in there.
I have no clue, because there's also dairy-free ice cream at the store, or like macadamia nut milk ice cream, and that's not low calorie. It's just
Yeah.
I think it might be a little lower, but I don't know what they're doing to Halo Top.
Hey, more like Shalo Top. Let's get into
Oh.
this shit. The Oklahoma City Thunder 4-0 this week. They beat the Clippers, the Wolves, the Grizzlies, and the Hornets. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on with the Thunder. A lot of stuff going on with the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander MVP campaign. I feel like really ramped up since the last time we talked about the Western Conference.
Is he number one on the ladder?
No, it's still Jokic. Motion.
Oh, crap.
Motion. Well, I mean, what can I say? It's like I'm the judge in the courtroom, and Shai is like, oh, excuse me, I'd like to file, and motion denied, because Jokic has all the motion. But did you watch the Wolves game? That's the one I wrote down most of my stuff about.
Yes, but not the whole thing. But what part
The third
did I
quarter
watch?
was the big thing that everybody freaked out about.
Wait, remind me of what happened.
So they were down 12 in the third quarter, and they came back on like the back of like a team comeback effort. It wasn't just Shai, but once the score was pretty much like tied up, Shai scored 16 points in the final 4 minutes of the quarter on like 5 of 6 shooting, and the one shot he missed, he got free throws on. So, and it was like crazy versatility. There was like a catch and shoot 3, a pull up 3, a pull up mid range, tough layup after tough layup, finishing through contact. It was just very, very impressive scoring arsenal from him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I did watch this game, but I was watching through a Timberwolves lens. I was focusing on how they were guarding Anthony Edwards. So that's
we'll
what
get
was
to
going
them.
on.
He's not happy.
Yeah. I was like, is that who they played last night? No.
Guy seeing fucking Shai go off. Damn, Cason Wallace, he's meeting him at the level of the screen like crazy. This is insane, dude.
But yeah, there's been so much Shai momentum. Did he score 45 that game, or is that a different game?
That's a different game. I think that was earlier. I think that might have been like the Hornets or the Wizards. It was a bad team that they shouldn't have needed all those points to win. But like the rest of the team was playing like ass, so he had to step up and put him on his back, I guess. Let me pull up.
It's hard to keep track. Every game he's putting out a banger.
Well, they've won 13 straight.
Yeah,
and over his last 13,
love that.
He's like 34 points per game on like historic 2-point percentage for a guard. He's like 65% from 2, averaging 34 points per game. Insane true shooting percentage. Still a serviceable 3-point shooter in that run as well. So it's not like he's like a non-factor from out there. It's just inside the arc. And as an offensive engine, really, he's been crazy. Because that's the other thing I was talking about was when he was not in the games that I watched, OKC's offense, it could get kind of stinky at times. Or even when he's just not like cooking. When he's having like a less dominant, like the first half of the Clippers game last night, he only had 11 points, and it felt like OKC's process as far as like team offense goes really got gummed up very quickly.
Yeah, without him, we've talked about they have the voice crack. That's 3 episodes in a row.
You're on a winning streak, but you're a loser streak, I guess.
Let's see if I can match OKC's record, which by the way includes the 13-game winning streak. Is the most in Thunder history, which is kind of surprising. You'd think KD and them would have done that at some point, but this includes the loss to the Bucks in the in-season tournament championship. So they haven't lost since that.
I forgot about that. They're lucky it doesn't count. Damn.
Yeah, so I love that so much.
I have not even seen any, like, I haven't seen that brought up one time in response to, like, that they're on the win streak thing. I totally forgot about that, dude. Damn.
It's so funny. But yeah, Shea's definitely a worthy MVP candidate.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan and Shea are the only guards to average 30 points per game on 50% field goal percentage for at least 3 straight seasons. No one else has even done it twice.
Damn.
He's Western Conference Player of the Month, and yeah, they're just going bonkers. They're killing everybody. And did you know they're 16-2 when Case and Wallace starts?
I did not know that. That's pretty crazy.
But he hasn't been the same as he was his rookie year in terms of like offensive efficiency, but he's been ticking up month by month. He started off the year shooting 17% from 3. Then he was 29. Then he was 33. So we'll see what January holds for him. But this has come without Chet for a long stretch, and so MVP, is he?
MVP? Maybe. I don't know. I really don't like. I've said it a couple different times. But I really feel like he embodies the good version of like the best player on the best team argument, and I feel like we haven't gotten one of those in a long time. I feel like every time since, I don't even know, maybe since like Steph won it in 2016, every time somebody has been put into the MVP conversation as a result of their team's success, it's never felt natural. It always feels like a media member or like a section of the media being like, oh, well, the Celtics are going to win 67 games. Tatum has to be in these conversations. Chris Paul with the Suns the first year, they won 65 games. We have to put him in these conversations. I've never felt like the phrase like he has to be in MVP talks makes that much sense. I always feel like if you're going to be in the MVP discussion, your case will arise pretty naturally. You won't have to like fight that hard to make it or like adopt a bunch of very difficult argumentative angles to make your case over someone like Jokic or whoever is leading the race. And I feel like Shea is doing that this year. I feel like, especially during this win streak, they would not be this successful if he was not one of the most dominant scorers in the NBA. I feel like he's been incredibly consistent. And I do feel like he is the driving force behind OKC being this dominant of a team, even though they have a lot of contributors as far as like defense goes, and they have like capable offensive guys once Shea kind of gets the possession started for them, or guys who can figure it out. Every few trips down the floor, they'll make something good happen. But yeah, for the most part, when I look at this roster and then I look at the success that they've had, I'm totally chill with Shea honestly leading the MVP case. Like, if someone wanted to have him won, that's like it's very hard to argue against it at this juncture.
Yeah, it's just historic production for a two-way guy on on the best team in the Western Conference versus little even more historic production, but for a bad 4 seed. So that we'll see.
Whoa, bad. It's a 4 seed. The fucking West is a bloodbath. Come on.
Yeah, but
only other thing. Oh, sorry, you go.
No, I'm just gonna say it'll shift constantly. I'm sure the last month carries too much weight in these discussions.
Yeah, because you know how much of a fucking nerd you sound like in March, being like, but remember January, guys. We have to weigh it all the same. You can't just go off of what happened recently. Remember December? Oh, it was crazy. Yeah, that's never been an argument that really moves anybody. Speaking from experience, the year that fucking Embiid won it, that was because April was crazy for him. The only other thing I wrote down for the Thunder was Chet. The original timeline for Chet's injury was 8 to 10 weeks. Next week marks 8 weeks since the hip injury. So I would expect to hear something on that front soon, whether it's like he's progressing to return to play or he'll be coming back in like a month, whatever. I have no idea. I'm waiting on an update from that.
Latest we've gotten is he's off crutches and he's about to start going through shoot-arounds. So
Epic.
We're on the way back.
It really is crazy that like this is like like he looked like an all NBA level. The whole narrative around the Thunder for the first like month of the season was just like, could Chet be the MVP? Maybe could Chet be like an MVP finalist? Like he was
is he as good as Wemby? Idiots.
Morons. Wemby dominating, owning Christmas Day at noon. Chet off crutches. Congratulations.
Do they have special crutches for guys that big, or do normal crutches go that high?
Yeah, man. Normal crutches go 8 feet in the air.
Well, don't they adjust? They're pretty adjustable,
I
right?
think it's sizes. Because when I tore my ACL, I had crutches for a while, and they gave me extra large crutches. So I think it's like it adjusts within like a certain range of height, but there's like obviously a minimum and a maximum it could go.
Were you on max height for your crutches?
No. I think I was on like maybe one below max height. So mine probably would have fit like Paul George or something, but I assume you would have needed like XXL to do like Chet. And I mean, maybe they probably get them custom made, to be honest.
Yeah, your little baby crutches could never handle Chet. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay, jeez.
OKC Thunder were voted the best front office in sports, in all of sports, in a landslide. They got 29 first place votes from a pool of 40 executives and coaches from each of the MLB, NFL, NBA, and NHL. I gotta say, like, are we sure everyone is locked into the NHL? Are we sure these execs know what's going on in the NHL? Because I sure couldn't tell you who's the. I don't know who's the best team. I used to know. Well, probably because it was Chicago for like a decade, or maybe not.
Yeah. All I know is that Ovechkin broke his leg, and that was like 40 days ago, and he's already like about to come back. So
and he's like 45.
Yeah, he's ancient. Hockey players are so crazy, where it's like, yeah, my arm's off. It's on the bench over there, but I'm still gonna play.
Yeah, I don't. What a bizarre world. But the Thunder were first, then the Dodgers. Oh, hey, here's a credit card with $6 trillion. Spend it well. But I think they also do draft well. The Ravens, the Rays, the Stars. Okay, so that's the best NHL team. But Sam Presti was praised by his peers for building the typically impossible, a title contender with extreme future flexibility. Also, it's impressive how he leads a program that's a contender on the court and positively impacts players and their families off the court as well. So I wonder if that's even real. He's probably just nice to the guys. I don't know. But, yeah. OKC, everything's going well.
OKC, okay with me. The Memphis Grizzlies, 3-1 in their last 4 games. They lost to the Thunder. They beat the Suns, the Pelicans, and the Raptors. I've not watched that much Grizzlies over the past week. All I know is that the win over the Suns was based and good. No Ja Morant.
No problem.
No problem. Jaren Jackson Jr., 38, 12, 4 with 3 stocks on 60% true shooting, and he got 17 free throws. Don't ask how many. 60% true shooting is great. We don't need to know how many he made, you know? It's fine.
He's been turning up the free throws. In his last, he had 17. The game before was 8. Then it was 7. Then it was 2. But then it was 9 before that.
That's based. I mean, they say it's the biggest star indicator in the world is your free throw rate.
It's true because they can't stop you.
Exactly.
They gotta attack you to stop you. And so he's had a couple offensive explosions here, and then he also won Western Conference Defensive Player of the Month. Wemby robbed?
Wemby robbed? That's just one of those things where Wemby's going to get robbed forever. He can't win every... maybe he will 1 year, just win every single Western Conference DPOM. But, yeah, I don't really have a problem with it this month. I'd have to look back at, like, how each team graded out defensively. But, I mean, the Grizzlies...
I always have a problem with it if it comes at the expense of Wemby.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So they got it wrong. Adam Silver, I demand retribution.
Still resign.
Resign, slut.
Slut. Oh. No, I won't say that one.
There's a Skim store that opened up around me. Kind of want to go.
Adam Silver be like, I'm getting tingly hearing that news.
Wow.
Smash that like button if I just pwned Adam Silver.
Is that what Adam Silver sounds like?
Yeah.
With the first pick in the 2025 NBA
it's
draft.
Not that far off. It's not
the Washington Wizards select Cooper Flag.
All right. He's all right, guys. He's trying to. He's not actually joking around.
He's trying to
manifest. He's trying to manifest. He's
You're
using
trying to womanifest. You're trying to girlifest.
He's using our time making fun of Adam Silver to try and manifest Cooper Flag on the Washington Wizards.
Okay, well, I mean, I could. Okay, what would be bad for you? The Chicago Bulls are trading 3 first-round picks for Jimmy Butler. Woo!
Even if we got number 1 pick and it was Cooper Flag, I'd still be like, we're in trouble because these guys just got extended. I'm literally in hell. It's horrible.
Oh man, that's funny.
But Miles Bridges is a good guy.
John Morant, get out of my league, thug. And he did. John Morant's hurt, I guess. Desmond Bain. We talked about Desmond Bain being back last week, I'm pretty sure, but
yeah, he's been turning it back up.
Yeah, motion again. 31.7 assists, 59% true shooting, 4 of 8 from 3 in that win over the Suns. Over the last 6 games, he's averaging 22, 6 and 6 on 44% from 3, taking 7 attempts a game. So, yeah, we are just they have a lot of like shooting and like, I don't know, guard depth. So the offensive demands of last season have not really been the same, and he's been worse straight up. But we are progressing towards the Desmond Bain that everybody knows and loves, I feel like. And
the fact that they're still number 2 seed and winning this many games is kind of crazy because I feel like every game there's different guys out with injuries. Like every injury report, it's popping up. 5 guys are questionable, and yeah. G.G. Jackson, when is he supposed to be? He was supposed to be in January. I'm not seeing any updates though.
He's gone. He disappeared. No, what the heck, guys? Bring him back. Yeah, I don't have anything else on Memphis. They've been playing good, and I fuck with them. But I wish Ja had been healthy for the Thunder game. That was a game I was really looking forward to.
I've got nothing else for these fools.
Get them out of here. Blast them into space on the Houston Rockets. 2-2 in their last 4 games. They beat the Mavs and the Pelicans, lost to the Wolves and the Heat. Anything eventful with the Rockets this week?
So where's my notes? So Amen Thompson, maybe the best athlete in the NBA, proved it again by launching Tyler Hero effortlessly to 10 feet across the court.
Yeah. So like a lot of the best athletes, how many of the best athletes in the NBA display like combat sport prowess in the middle of a game? How many can do that? Not many. Yeah.
Not many. Who could throw? What 6'7" player could throw Tyler Hero further? Zion? That's about it.
Yeah. You think Zion,
I would love to see Zion throw Tyler Hero.
Oh my god, it'd be so sick.
Not because
Who
I hate
lost
Tyler
more
Hero.
aura?
I just want to see how far he goes.
So this game was actually crazy. I was watching this game when it happened. So leading up to the fight, it was a very classic like Fred VanVleet versus the refs moment that's been overshadowed by this whole fight, where Fred VanVleet got whistled for being like out of bounds or something right after the possession. Like the Heat had just made it like a 4-point game, 30 seconds left, and the writing was on the wall. Rockets were probably going to lose. Fred VanVleet bumps into a ref in a way that you could argue was not intentional, but it seemed like intentionally unintentional, that if they went back to he could be like, I'm just walking. What do you mean?
I'm walking
He gets ejected for that. Ime Udoka immediately gets ejected right after for, God knows what that man's sick, twisted mind could come up with to say to an official, but he's out of there. And then pretty much right after that, Amen Thompson body slams Tyler Hero. He gets thrown out, Hero gets thrown out, and then I think just those two got tossed. I can't remember though, because there was definitely 3 people involved with the Najee Marshall-Nurkic fight. PJ Washington was also involved there, but they happened right around the same time. So maybe there's someone involved with the Houston thing that I'm not remembering.
And Terry Rozier got in there pretty quick, but I don't know if he was punished or anything.
Yeah, I think he was like, if they're pretty lenient if you're like a breaking it up involved kind of guy. If you're de-escalating and not escalating.
Well, I think his primary motivation was, I'm gonna beat up Amen Thompson to get revenge. But
well then, no, that's not de-escalating.
We'll see. Well, it depends, depends who you ask. If you ask the police, kind of is.
Well, yeah, they're like, we have to kill his.
We de-escalate the situation by taking him out of the situation by killing
remove the threat, de-escalate.
Yeah. But yeah, Amen Thompson just kind of freaked out. He was possessed by the spirit of the nine-tailed fox, because him and Tyler Hero were not. There was no chippiness really between them. They were just playing normal basketball leading up all the way to that. They bumped each other a few times, but they also, Tyler Hero didn't score on him a bunch. He didn't shut him down a bunch. It was just a pretty standard game up until that point. But Amen Thompson let Nikola Jovic hit a pretty clutch 3, and then he got called for some fouls, and then the whole Fred VanVleet Ime thing happened. So the whole Rockets team was just frustrated. So you got to take it out on somebody. And Tyler Hero,
yep,
attackable
another
guy.
Example of white persecution.
Yep, they're attacking him for his whiteness.
Yeah, they're erasing him for his whiteness.
That's
why the Miami Heat, open ally of Israel, are also one of the greatest allies of whiteness in the NBA. They have Jovic, they have Hero. Pat Riley probably thinks some crazy shit behind closed doors. He told Jimmy Butler to shut up, so he's got some strong feelings about something. I don't know.
You think they think of Jaime as one of their white players or no?
Depends if he gets out of line or not. I think if he's having a lazy practice, Pat Riley probably leans over to his friend and says something crazy. But when he's like diving for a loose ball, they're like, "Yeah, he's one of us."
Which by the way, Jaime Jaquez. When's the last time you heard that name?
Not recently. How's he been doing? Or, this is a Rockets segment. Let's keep it Rockets pilled.
Oh, true.
but you could get your Jaime Jaquez thing off.
I remember last year, everyone's like, "How did this guy slip?" Everyone is literally an idiot for not taking this guy, which maybe he should have gone higher, but I don't know.
Well, the Dalton Connect,
maybe he was
that.
24.
Yeah. At least Jaime Jaquez did it the whole year. Dalton Connect in 2 weeks. So it's just damn, okay.
And they'll never learn. They'll never remember it for next year.
Which I'm sure when we get to the Lakers, I'll pull up Dalton Connect's game log if I remember. I'm sure he's playing well still. he does like good offensive shit when I tune into LA games. It's just the narrative around it all. It's just, how did this guy fall? Clearly he fell because he's 30 years old. That kind of thing.
The Houston Rockets. What else do we? Oh yeah, so Ime Udoka. Amen Thompson got suspended 2 games, and Ime Udoka said he found it odd. Because he didn't throw a punch. He said, I've seen a lot of people do more and get less. But it's like, I think what Amen did was worse than throwing a fake NBA punch. I think he did more damage by throwing him.
Yeah. Overall, bonus positive for the league. I hope Adam Silver, behind closed doors, he's like, hey guys, those fines are just for the media. That's just for the press. You guys don't actually have to pay that. It's good that you guys fought. It makes us seem like a tough league.
Fred better be paying that. But yeah, outside of the fighting, Şengün, his defenses have been fighting to stop him. They're having tough times. Against Minnesota, he dropped 38-12, and then against Dallas, he was 23-6-4 with 5 steals. And he was playing good defense. What a guy!
He's gooning everywhere.
Yep.
What a guy! What a goon! Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I could be involved in the Jimmy Butler sweepstakes. I wrote that down. I agree, we've talked about it before. If you could essentially just plug in Jimmy Butler for Dillon Brooks with the current rotation, that would be cool. That would be something I'm interested in. But I don't know how the package would work there or anything.
Well, the thing is, they control Phoenix's picks, right? Like a lot of them. Why do they have Phoenix's picks?
Probably from the Harden deal, if I had to guess, or something along those lines, where maybe so Phoenix trades their picks to Brooklyn for Kevin Durant. Brooklyn trades their picks to Houston for James Harden. They trade James Harden to Philly. Maybe they traded some of the Phoenix picks to Houston in exchange for their own picks back. If that, because then they you would rather, if you're Brooklyn, you would rather be able to tank and do your own thing than be, stuck on whatever's going to be happening with Phoenix. But I don't know exactly the route that all those assets took to wind up where they did.
But yeah, let me pull it up. Houston, we have the Suns picks. The night before the draft, Brooklyn sends future, Phoenix sends assets. Oh, is that what it was? They got all their assets back for the Suns picks?
Yeah, I believe that's what, because yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So so you got to wonder, should you hold out hope for Devin Booker if you're the Suns? Or
I
could
really do think so.
What is Kevin Durant's trade value right now?
Like a super roided up version of Jimmy Butler's trade value, where I don't think you have to re-sign Kevin Durant soon. Let me see. KD contract. Let me see this. Yada 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 yada. I'm talking.
I think
okay. He's an unrestricted free agent after next year. So if you wanted to move for KD at the deadline, you would get one postseason with him, and then you would get all of next year, and then you would have to re-sign him. As opposed to Butler, you have to you have to figure that out this offseason. I'm pretty sure, right?
I think so, and I think he would throw a fit if you don't agree right away to pay him, or maybe he just wants out of Miami no matter what. No, and he's gonna get paid. I don't know, but yeah. Either way, Kevin Durant obviously a better trade target for anybody. Mm-hmm. You want Kevin Durant over him, and the Rockets are uniquely positioned where they have these Suns picks, and so they could cash these in and be like, hey, you guys want your picks back? Well, give us a guy we can contend with, and they could pick either one of them. Well, I'm sure the Booker price will be heftier, but yeah, that I would definitely feel pretty good about this team if they had either one of those guys.
Butler or Durant, or Booker and Durant, or
Booker,
like
Booker or Durant.
okay. Yeah.
I feel better about those two than I feel way better about either one of those two than I do about Jimmy or De'Aaron Fox. But yeah, I just don't know if the Suns are willing to do it.
Yeah, I think the Butler sweepstakes. The more we're talking through this, I think it will probably be amongst teams who, like, it doesn't make sense for them to hold out for the Booker or Kevin Durant situations because they don't have the assets. They wouldn't be able to like afford that. But theoretically, if they cashed in everything they could afford the Jimmy Butler move. So maybe like the Kings, maybe like the Warriors, although that would be tough. I don't know. We'll talk more about the Jimmy Butler situation. Patreon.com/State of the League. Tomorrow, $5, you could hear all of our real thoughts we've been faking this entire time. This is all bullshit that we made up.
It's all deception.
Yeah, it's called Decepticons, baby. What are we on? Hey, the 4 seed. Let me timestamp this bitch real quick. The Denver Nuggets. Oh my god, I'm kind of nervous so Denver Nuggets 3-1 in their last 4 games, beat the shit out of the Hawks. They beat the Jazz and the Pistons, and then they lost to the Cavs. I just went on David Dealey for Threes podcast after the Nuggets win over the Hawks the other night, so that was fun. You can go to his channel and check that out if you want to hear me be a little bit more serious about Nuggets basketball. If you want to hear me talk about what Peyton Watson means for the playoff hopes of the Denver Nuggets this postseason, that's all over there on that channel. But as far as this week goes, I don't know, just a pretty good, solid continuation of what the Nuggets have been since really the Wizards loss, where it's like, okay, they handle business against bad teams for the most part. They still lost that Blazers game pretty shortly after the Wizards loss. And then when they've gotten in front of like a really talented team like the Cavs, they got the brakes beat off of them. And then they also lost to the Suns on Christmas. But for the most part, things are trending in the right direction. Jamal Murray has looked a lot better. Russell Westbrook has continued to look really good. Michael Porter Jr., three-pointer, the volume's going up and the percentage is going up. Yeah, the vibes, they're solid in Denver. But now we have to play Wemby twice, and I'm worried.
Yep, you should be. Jokic became the first player in NBA history to record 20, 15, and 15 in less than 30 minutes. Epicness. But yeah, he just keeps on pumping out historic stat lines. He's just a complete monster. Did you see he tried a backward shot?
I did. I was shocked because people always talk about the like ESPN or whatever, like media glazing Jokic for almost doing shit or for doing shit that like other players do. That backward shot almost went in, and I didn't see it anywhere.
In our lifetime, will we see someone come in with a backward shot?
Like that they do routinely?
Yeah, that's part of the bag.
I don't think so. I feel like it's too gimmicky. But maybe in like a lower league it could happen. I just feel like in the NBA, anyone who was talented enough offensively to earn the leash to try the backward shot regularly, they wouldn't like do that. They would just develop like a normal bag. And so anyone who it's kind of like that 6'4" guy who was incredible at like post up fadeaways or no, hook shots. That's what it was. Do you remember who was
Xavier
that?
Simpson?
Yeah. It's like a super duper version of that. I don't think the backward shot is really all that reliable right now.
Well, if you get good at it, it will be, because the thing about it is it's unguardable because they're just directly behind you, so they can't mess with you. And if you get right down there, right in the middle of the paint, boop. The only problem is no free throw drawing, but there are guys right now who exist that way regularly. So why not try it out? DeAndre Ayton, Nikola Vucevic, just figure out, just try and perfect the backward shot, and it'll be a whole new meta. So I support it. I'm waiting for it. And I bet Jokic would be incredible at it if he practiced it.
Yeah.
But I think most of the hype with the Nuggets right now is surrounding Russell Westbrook. A lot of Westbrook glaze.
I mean, it's deserved given how fucking. I mean, first of all, like just the energy around the signing this offseason, which I was not immune to. I was not super amped about the signing, but a lot of people were like, "Well, the window's closed. This is it, everybody."
Nice try, guys. Shooting was a problem. You got this guy.
Yeah. And we talked about this, me and D. Lee did. Someone had brought up how pull-up shooting or spot-up shooting is the most overrated aspect in basketball, and Russell Westbrook succeeding on this Nuggets team is a good example of that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't agree with that at all.
I saw that tweet. Yeah, I do not. Well, I agree in spot-up shooting being overrated, but I disagree. Like a lot of the Westbrook success, I think it's even clear right now that it's like, well, once he goes against teams that will just ignore him, I think this becomes a whole lot harder.
Well, it's not even that. It's that it is only because Jokic is on the floor with him. And that's not to say that like Jokic deserves all the credit for Westbrook playing well, because Westbrook is doing a lot of things individually as far as like making smart decisions as a cutter, being probably the best passer that Jokic has ever played with, a bunch of different stuff. But every way that Westbrook like impacts offensively really hinges on either setting Jokic up to finish a play very effectively or being a great cutter off of Jokic. And Carson Turdsesh, of course, has a stat where he's like, when it's just Westbrook on the floor without Jokic, it's like a 48% true shooting and 101 offensive rating. And then when Jokic is on the floor with him, it's like 68% true shooting, 125.
61. Don't go too far. 61.
Whatever. 61 for Russell Westbrook might as well be 110. I mean, like that's an insane true shooting percentage for him over the past 4 years. So yeah, like I don't even think that it's going to be teams ignoring him. I think it will just be like existing at all without Jokic. Even like because the Westbrook Jamal Murray lineups recently have been productive. But that is something that I would worry about in the postseason for sure, is him existing in those moments.
It's just like a lot of the success comes from guys guarding him as if he has, like, respecting him at all as a jump shooter, and respecting him as a layup finisher. Like when he gets into the paint, like sliding over to him. I just feel like I would just go to the extreme in the playoffs to be like, go ahead, do what we are not gonna devote any extra coverage to this guy at all, because he doesn't want to score. Like it's pretty clear his preference is to pass all the time. Now he's scoring well, he's scoring decent right now, but still I think he definitely is racking up he's trying to rack up the assists. But and there's a lot of nice moments with that, because he'll just drive in, and because it's Westbrook driving in, defenses freak out. Then he hits Jokic. Then Jokic hits the third guy who is slipping in behind. But yeah, I think great regular season story. They're 9-2 with him in the starting lineup, but I'm still skeptical whether this solves any of the concerns in the playoffs.
Yeah,
because even good Westbrook is a playoff dropper.
Yeah. Well, I would say the big concern for me in the playoffs, outside of like the shit that I already touched on, is like the way he really impacts as a scorer, I feel like, is he moves the Nuggets closer to the bonus. That's like one of his biggest jobs on the floor, is just getting fouled, Doesn't fucking matter if he makes the free throws. All that matters is that now in the last 5 minutes of the quarter, last 3 minutes of the quarter, whatever, every time Jokic or MPJ or Jamal gets fouled, they are going to the free throw line as a result of that. Westbrook has been huge in like just boosting the overall free throw numbers of the team. And just pure physicality in the playoffs, you get less foul calls for the vast majority of people. And B, if teams tweak it so they are, like you said, just like, hey, take the fucking layup, Mr. 50% at the rim, go ahead, it's fine, then that could be something where his effectiveness is really hindered. But we're being doomers about it right now. We're being negative Nancy's. He's been sick. It's January. And coming into the season, the outlook was very grim on what role player Russell Westbrook might look like. And wouldn't you know it, playing off of like literally the greatest offensive player of all time, it helps. It fixes a lot of stuff.
Right now, he's Bruce Brown. We'll see if he can be Bruce Brown.
Oh my
in
God.
April.
I miss Bruce Brown so fucking much, dude. It's so annoying how no role players have fucking figured out that if you take the vet minimum for a year with Jokic, you will get $25 million. That's the math. You can go get $20 million after you play with Jokic for like a year, 2 years. The market will be there for you. But, hey, whatever. What do I know?
It's crazy Bruce Brown just doesn't play since then. He's just disappeared. You know who leads the Nuggets in assists per 36?
Is it Jalen Pickett?
It's Jalen Pickett.
He's been getting more run. He was pretty good in the Hawks game.
Did they let him post up?
A little bit. I haven't really locked into the film. But I think he's been shooting better also, which has kind of like led to an expansion in minutes. The only other thing I wrote down, Jamal Murray's last 9 games, 24 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 47% from the field, 43% from 3, 93% from the free throw line. We're back.
He had his first 2 good games. That's what I wrote down.
We're back. ASMR. We're back, baby. Oh, my God. The bar is the floor, and it's tragic that the bar fell as far as it did, but he's never been an early season player. He's never been a November, December guy, you know? So just get to the big moments and he'll be there. I don't know if that's true.
2024 wasn't anybody's year. Come on.
Yeah. It is kind of crazy if you look around. He was like, if you look at everyone else with a calf strain in the NBA, it's like straight up taking them out of like weeks to months of basketball. And that is the injury that he was playing with against like one of the best modern defenses in NBA history. So that's a cope angle that I could take, I suppose. I've healed from that.
Fasciitis.
Yeah, plantar fasciitis is impossible odds, you know. So as long as we don't encounter that again, we're golden.
Just as long as he doesn't get hurt. And so once you get hurt, you kind of develop antibodies to getting hurt again, right?
Yeah. Sorry, he's playing in. He's here.
Jokic has the most All-Star votes in the West.
Emotion, like I'm telling you, dude. It did surprise me. I was
surprised
because he's never even like 2 years ago, like back-to-back MVPs. He was never close to that. Like it was always like firmly LeBron, firmly Kevin Durant, then Jokic. But yeah, I guess we're here.
I was wondering, like, because I never vote for All-Star. And so I was like, are people voting for him individually? But no, when you pull it up, you vote for like a starting 5. So
yeah.
So I think people are just like, well, he's the best guy. Let me throw him in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I miss the old ones where you could just tweet out Nikola Jokic #NBA All-Star.
Yeah. The K-pop factor. They ruined it.
The bots. I understand how that was a little easy to rig, I guess.
That would be a nightmare in today's Twitter.
Yeah. I don't even know how they counted it back then. Like, I would see so much insane shit, just in terms of, like, quantity of tweets that, yeah, I don't get it. But, okay. Nuggets based, cool. Let's go down south to the Dallas Mavericks. They're 1-3 in their fucking last 4 games. They beat the Suns and they lost to the Blazers, Kings, and the Rockets. What do you think about the Mavericks?
So Luka's out for like another month, right?
Yeah.
They've lost 3 straight. So the
And PJ
Luka,
Washington sprained his knee.
yeah. So people are saying, "Oh my God." Well, first people are like, "Oh my God, we're literally so good without Luka. We'll be fine." But then they lose these games, and then people are like, "Oh my God, they're literally screwed without Luka." But they've been without other guys. PJ missed a game. Kyrie's missed a game. Everyone's been a little bit in and out for this team. So not super worried. Because as we've talked about before, they're kind of killing it in every aspect. But they've played just 14 of their 32 games with all 5 of Luka, Kyrie, Clay, PJ, and Lively playing. And in those games, they are 11-3. That's a 64 win pace. They have a plus 12 net rating, 119 offensive rating, 107 defensive rating. So they're pretty good. So yeah, they're in a little bit of a slump. I'm not super worried as long as everyone's able to get healthy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, okay, so what? They're the 5 seed right now, and let me look at like the kind of buffer they have on the rest of the West. So they're the 5 seed right now. They are half a game above the 6 seed, a full game above the 7 seed. What is that? 2.5 above the 8 seed, 9 seed, 10 seed. So really, they're within like 3 games of being out of the play-in tournament right now. Over their next 10 games, Luka probably will not be back. PJ Washington probably will not be back for these 10 games.
Just what is his injury?
It's a knee sprain. So I just Googled it. Average time on that is 2 to 4 weeks. Next 10 games take place over 3 weeks. So maybe you get him in for like the final 3 games of this or whatever. I don't know. But you will be without him for a little bit at least. So for their next 10 games, the Mavs play the Cavs. Do we think they'll win that? L. Okay. The Grizzlies. Do we think they'll win that?
Probably an L, but the Grizzlies they're another injury-plagued team. So it's possible to win, but probably L.
I would say probably L. The Lakers.
Well, the Lakers are back. So L.
The Lakers are back, so automatic L. The Blazers.
Well, that could be the scoop breakout game.
I know.
But I'll give them the W, I guess.
Yeah, we'll throw them a dub. The Nuggets twice.
All right, dub.
Oh, damn. Okay. I
Both
was going to
times.
split it. Fuck you.
So, yeah.
No, we'll give them 1 W, 1 L. The Pelicans.
Dub.
The Thunder.
L.
The Hornets.
Dub.
The Wolves.
Depends on the vibes.
I know, yeah. It's impossible to get a read on some of these teams. I'll give
throw
them
a conservative L.
Yeah. The Thunder, again.
An L again.
And the Celtics.
The winning streak, the longest winning streak, and then L. So
yeah.
So they'll be in trouble.
So,
the question is, will Wemby catch up by then?
Yeah, I fucking guess. 10
I
games.
hope not.
They are probably conservatively going like 3-7 over the next 10. Like perfect world, I'd say you go 500 here. If you're Dallas, I think that's like the highest aspirations. Because they even lost. Kyrie had 46 in that Blazers loss last week. And so, like, even when I'm looking at this team and I'm like, okay, you probably get a crazy-ass Kyrie explosion. Damn, it's snowing again. The vibiest weather. I should be fucking chilling out, listening to lo-fi hip-hop, watching this shit fall. But instead, I'm talking about Kyrie Irving and the Portland Trailblazers. Ugh! Damn, it is very beautiful outside. So when I look at you're like, you get a Kyrie a Kyrie takeover game, they got it, and they lost to the Blazers. So, I don't know. It's just tough in the West.
Yeah, I didn't realize PJ was going to be out for that long. So that definitely complicates things. But just this team without Luka would be able to survive. But if they keep racking up these other injuries, if Najee keeps getting suspended for beating people up, then we might be in trouble. I wonder if we should get a Najee men fight. No, Najee would win. I don't
Oh
want
my
that.
God!
I don't want that to happen to a man.
You want Amen Thompson to fight a literal knife? That'd be crazy.
A literal peach cream.
A literal peach cream.
But yeah. Besides that, Luka Doncic's house was burglarized.
Oh.
No one was home at the time, and Luke and his family are safe. But he's filed a police report, and the investigation is ongoing. So this happens to athletes now. They just get robbed. I mean, they don't have locks or security systems or what? How is
for
this?
some reason
They're getting
my
away
brain
with it.
the bit my brain cooked up was like those people on Twitter who are like they really hate basketball players. Every time their favorite player isn't playing well, they're like, this guy is fat as shit. My favorite player is Fatka Fatchich. My brain cooked up a bit where it's like, Luka Doncic's house burglarized. When they were asked, they stole all the ding dongs and ho hos out of the pantry, and Luka's like on a diet, and he's like, oh, I have no idea what happened to all of the snacks in my house. I guess they were taken. Oh no, this is terrible. That's where my brain went. So I gotta get the fuck off my phone, I think, is the overarching lesson here. New year, same me. I'm scrolling.
Luka Doncic house burglarized.
Oh, God, you're a fucking savant. You know that?
Well, I pulled up Jacob the Clipper to see what he's got cooking right now. He said Michael Redd is one of the most underrated scorers ever, and then it's an edit of Michael Redd hitting a bunch of cool shots.
What a fucking insane way, like going through your day like that. Like it's 1:30 in the afternoon, and you're like, fuck. The NBA would be so much better if Michael Redd was still around.
Well, did you see he tweeted yesterday, when Jimmy retires, no player in the NBA will be left that I like. Two-way player, nobody buddy, will to win, last of a dying breed. And then he posted
Kevin Durant?
Posted highlights from Jimmy Butler's 52-point game, 52 12 and 6-point game against Charlotte in the regular season 8 years ago. And he's like, 8 years ago today, this epic game happened.
Nice.
Cut from the same cloth of Kobe and Mike. And then Jimmy Butler came out and demanded the trade. And Jacob tweeted, within 2 hours of tweeting, Jimmy's the last guy I like in the NBA, he says this nonsense. Oh, it was because Jimmy said he's not happy. Or he just wants to enjoy life again or basketball.
Find his joy again.
He said, bro, you are being paid $48.8 million a year to play basketball. What do you mean you want to get your joy back? Softest generation of NBA players ever.
His fucking dad died, dude. His dad died. and his boss was like, "Hey, loser, shut the fuck up and go to work."
Well, answer me a question. Right now, I'm giving you $48 million and your dad dies. You taking it?
No.
Or no, you're lying. $48 million. That trumps everything. You want that.
Oh, yeah, no, I guess $48 million, I would never have a problem in my life ever again.
Yep. So picture yourself 9/11 right next to the tower, just in a vacuum. You're next to 9/11 as this is happening. How are you feeling?
If it's not, do I have $48 million?
Not yet. So regular 9/11.
Regular 9/11, this is the worst day of my life. This is literally my 9/11.
Fuck. Now you have $48 million in a knapsack on your side.
Whoa. I jump, make a parachute out of dollar bills.
Oh, I have a good. I need to make the TikTok. Well, what would you think about an NBA equipment that's like on your upper arm, and it's
Mhm.
it's little parachutes for guys
We've
that
talked
jump really
about
high.
this.
Yeah,
And then it safely lands.
yeah.
I
mean,
feel like it opens up an undermanned fast break pretty, because like if you're taking more time to like float down and the other team's already like taken off the other direction, you're like, guys, wait, no, I'm floating down.
well, what if Ben Simmons was allowed
Mhm.
to do that? Will he be better? Like in the half court, Ben Simmons just starts from the opposite side. He runs full speed because he's still fast. He
Yeah.
runs full speed, jumps up, and he's able to kind of like slowly loft over. And he's like a vertical lob threat now, but like a slow motion one. Oh, this is cool.
It'd be cool. So one player on each team gets it. You can only have one guy. One that's your parachuter. It replaces. People talk about the death of the power forward. It's being replaced by the parachuter.
The para forward. And it's just like
Para-hooper.
the golden generation, World War II. They were
Mhm.
they were parachuting, so why not us?
You know the worst generation?
Trafalgar di Law.
I liked that that you had. Room.
I should have
Jumbos.
posted that later in the day. It would have done better.
Would have done better. I felt bad. Our nerd sesh had it. Nobody fucked with it. Got like 1,000 likes. We gotta start being funnier. I think that's the problem.
They're haters.
They're haters. Damn. What the fuck was I even gonna say? What are we on? 111? Let me keep it pushing. 111. The Lakers 3-1 in their last 4 games. Beat the Blazers, Kings, Warriors. Lost to the Cavs. LeBron, officially 40 years old. 38 points, 8 assists, 73% true shooting, 7 of 10 from 3 to beat the Blazers. Pretty based. Pretty cool.
Yeah, he was wrecking them. He has the most points ever scored for a player 40 or older is Jordan at 43 points. Will LeBron do this? Will he
Almost
beat
certainly.
this? But it's faker and gayer if he does.
Yeah, no, it won't. Like Jacob, you guys go to Jacob the Clippers account when it happens, and he'll do a good job explaining why it's fake and doesn't count and is also stupid. But it'll happen for sure.
And also, by the way, Jacob the Clipper, after Ohio State game, he
Mhm.
talked about the quarterback. Will Howard thanked Jesus after winning, and then he wasn't allowed to be on stage. Sad
Wow.
to see, but I'm not surprised. Jesus did say if you follow him, people will hate you because they hated him first. But he also said you will be blessed when that happens.
Hey, the most
here's-
persecuted people in all of history, the Christians.
He said some demons were not happy after Will Howard said that. After Will Howard praised Jesus Christ. Because in sports, so famously in sports, no one ever thanks Jesus Christ. So famously, guys who are kind of born into the genetic lottery and they make millions of dollars mostly because of that, primarily because of that, they don't believe in Jesus.
Well, they always say, like, this is a thing in the NBA draft all the time. It's like, yo, I'd like, first and foremost, all glory to science. I'd like to thank science for doing all this. Like,
Thank you,
you hear
Darwin,
that all
for
the time.
evolution, for
Exactly.
evolving me.
Yeah, yeah. And so I get what he means. Like, I never hear anything like thanking Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
That's why guys have like tattoos on their arms of like beakers and like rulers and stuff and textbooks instead of like, I don't know, Christian iconography or something.
And so Christians aren't being killed in the U.S., but you have to think of other metrics. And so how many Lil Nas gay moments are in music videos? More than ever before. So
yeah. Exactly. I mean, how many times have you seen like 2 guys hold hands?
I don't
Too
even want
many.
to talk about this anymore. I'm getting upset.
I'm getting upset. Yeah, man, it's pretty disturbing stuff. So yeah, I get what he means there.
Hey,
and it's unfortunate.
by the way, could you bleep Jesus' name when you do the edit? I don't want us to get in trouble, and I don't want the demons coming after us.
We actually had that already, where it was like YouTube, your video cannot be monetized, parentheses, Christian content. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Some world we live in.
Some world. Are we monetized yet?
No, I have to do it. I'm fucking terrible.
Crap.
God damn it.
We're
I have to
missing
put
out
in
on-
all my fucking tax information.
We could have made $7 by now.
You
Crap.
need to make the new intro because now I can't use the Christmas intro, and Hinoki Wood still gets flagged.
Oh yeah. I got the Christmas one's not getting flagged, is it?
No, it's
Okay.
fucking January 3rd, January 4th when these people hear it, but it's not Christmas time anymore.
January 6th coming up.
January 6th coming up. We'll record what day of the week is January 6th? If today's the 3rd, so Friday the 3rd, Saturday the 4th,
There's no
Sunday
way
the
I
5th,
could do this in my head.
Monday the 6th. We don't go on Mondays. Okay, whatever. That's fine. I have plans that day anyways. This is a satire podcast. Boom.
Yeah. You have plans, huh? You have and you're near it, huh? You might reenact it, maybe.
Yeah. You're right.
You might
I
be
am
there for the anniversary.
I'm geographically quite near it, and I think I will reenact it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Gordon Hayward's career high. I'm going to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I will be scoring 48 points in an empty gym.
Whoa.
So you guys can show up if you want
I thought it
to.
was going to be the NBA.
I'm scoring 48 points in an NBA game. I'm checking in.
Nice.
All right, the fucking Lakers. Let's talk about the fucking Lakers. Only other thing I wrote down for them besides LeBron being old, Austin Reeves.
Oh, yeah?
Kind of hooping lately. Last 9 games, 21 points, 8 rebounds. 21 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 59% true shooting. He has scored double digits in 9 straight games. He just had 4 straight games with double-digit assists, including 35 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds on 68% true shooting against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So-called best team in the league, could only beat the Lakers by 12 points because Austin Reeves was hooping so hard. So, if you're looking for like a direct beneficiary of the D-Lo for Dorian Finney-Smith thing, which we haven't even talked about, I guess. I just realized that happened. I think Austin Reeves will benefit from all the D-Lo touches being gone. Do you want to talk about the trade?
So the Lakers traded D'Angelo Russell. The man has spent his entire life just being traded from the Nets to the Lakers and back and forth. But good move. They got rid of a guy who just, I don't know, the vibes were bad. It's just no one liked him on the Lakers. Very very clearly JJ did not like him.
Darvin Ham, the second he was not like responsible for the team anymore, was like, yeah, this guy fucking sucks, and it's kind of ridiculous that I was expected to do anything with this team when this guy plays such a prominent role on it.
It's crazy how hateable he must be because Magic Johnson trashed him like right away too. So everyone hates D'Lo. But yeah, so they swapped out D'Lo and seemingly nothing else important for Dorian Finney-Smith, who is just a good player.
Yeah. It's crazy. I saw Swaggy P tweeted out, and
stay out.
And stay out. You're a 40-year-old man. Fight him if you're that upset, dude. What do you mean? And stay out.
And
Guy.
and it's not like he's been threatening him. It'd be like, get out. Get out by this day. No, just when he happens to be traded. And stay out. And it's like, You're the bad guy still in that situation. Like,
yes.
he snitched on you. That's not good, but it's worse to cheat on your fiance.
Yeah, he was being a bad teammate. You were being a bad person. And
yeah,
so,
he was bros before hoes. That's what it's supposed to be. He broke it.
He broke it. What an insane, and that was such like a 2016 moment too. for the world to be like, yo, D'Lo, you're such a fucking snake, dude. Oh, I hate this guy. He broke the bro code. When, yeah, Nick Young in the middle of a crowded room. I love cheating on my wife. It's the best. I cheat on my wife every chance I get. And society, yeah.
How dare you betray my trust, guy I've known for 2 months, who I'm confessing I'm cheating to in a hotel room.
19-year-old child who I met 30 minutes ago. We're supposed to be brothers for life. How are you betraying me like this?
If you never released that video, I'd still be with Iggy Azalea, and I'd still be cheating, and I'd never get caught. What's he upset about? Like, he obviously didn't want to be with her that bad. So
yeah, I have no idea. It's insane. Fuck Swaggy P for that. Fuck cheating, and I don't know. Beyond that, yeah. If your friend is cheating on their girlfriend, tell the world. Secretly record it on Snapchat and then post it everywhere. Don't just like tell the girlfriend about it, but post it, make it very public.
Also, underrated storyline. Wasn't D'Lo the victim in that? Didn't he get hacked? Didn't his iCloud get hacked and then they released that?
I have no idea. Is that true? I never knew that.
I'm pretty sure he didn't just post it. I think he was hacked and they got it.
Oh. See, yeah, no, I never knew that because it never made sense to me that he posted it. I was like, why did you do that? What an insane way to go about telling people that. But yeah, whatever.
So
okay,
we gotta
that's
find
the Lakers.
Hacker. You know who it might be? It might be the same hacker that hacked Jay Williams' Twitter account and tweeted that Ime Udoka was the first black coach in Celtics history.
Who was?
Bill Russell. He was actually the first black coach in NBA history. And then Doc Rivers was after. And then also Larry Bird's coach. I forget his name.
Shout out to Bill Russell, dude. He was so based. It's so fucked up. He's on championship number 5, and racists in the 50s are breaking into his house, being like, "We don't want you here, dude." Are you baseball fans? What the hell, guys? Come on.
And it's how could you be racist in that context back then? Because you literally have nothing going on outside of the factory and then the sports. So like you have to get over it. Otherwise, you just have the factory. You just have the factory and drinking.
Yeah, and also to be like a poor person. I don't know. A lot of it just boils down to me like it's clearly people are comfortable when they have like someone to look down on for being like worse than themselves. So like poor person in like Boston in the 50s is well, at least I'm not this guy. Ugh. And so yeah.
Well, I'm Irish, so this was me just 20 years ago. So I'm not racist. I'm not white. I'm Irish.
I'm Irish. Yeah, fuck racist people. Fuck cheating. Shout out to Bill Russell. And comment down below which public domain character you want to be the State of the League mascot. And I think we could do a rotating carousel every year where everyone who newly comes into the public domain, we select one of them.
Jerry West's Twitter when Bill Russell dies. And stay out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry, Lakers fans. I don't know if we even have one. But
no, we have a couple. It's because the guy in the Patreon, at least, who was like a Lakers fan, was like, I'm anti the stereotype of loud, annoying Lakers fan. I just like sit back and listen to everything.
Quiet. Crap. What word am I looking for?
Respectful.
No. I can't.
What are you trying to describe?
I don't know. It's like an aesthetic. I don't know. Not demure and mindful. I don't know.
Demure and mindful. Quiet. Cyberpunk. Lakers fan.
Sitting back and shh. I move in silence. But You know what we've gotten from the Lakers recently?
What?
Is a lot of
What?
Shaq poop stories. Have you
Oh
seen these?
yeah. Oh my
So,
god.
so Ty Lue came out and was on a podcast,
Mhm.
Draymond's podcast, and he brought up this story about Shaq pooping in Devin George's shoe. And apparently he's told this story on a podcast before, back in 2022. He's on the Knuckleheads podcast.
Which sounds like a podcast where you get a poop story every episode.
Well, that's who is that? Quentin Jackson or who is the Knuckleheads podcast? It's two
I have
former
no
players.
idea. I don't know. I've never even heard of the Knuckleheads
Darius
podcast.
Miller, Knuckleheads podcast.
Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles.
Okay, yes. So two guys from those famous mid 2000s Clippers teams that everyone loved, which is surprisingly pretty big podcast, and they've been going for years now. But he said the same story with them, and then there's also an old story where Gary Payton says that Shaq has a jokester. Gary Payton told Vlad TV, if one of the rookies would be in the stall, then he would take a bucket and use the bathroom in it for about a week, and then all of a sudden he would pour it on them. So we started being
Jesus.
jokesters. So that's like biological warfare.
That's like things people do in prison to attack
that's-
each other.
How was he? And so Shaq has denied all of this, and Shaq and Devin George have denied the poop shoe story. But would you deny it if you stepped in a poop shoe?
Okay. I probably wouldn't deny it. Okay, the thing is, the poop shoe individually as like a one-time joke, hilarious. That is a funny bit. I don't care.
I would be really
shoe,
upset if it happened to me though. Like if I
I'm
wouldn't
imagining it
get over it.
from like the perspective of like someone else in the locker room. It's funny. I don't care. But like in the framework of like guy who dumps like literal like a bioweapon on people as like rookie hazing, that guy also shit in somebody's shoe. Now we're getting a pattern of behavior that's concerning, and I don't like that.
Pooping in a bucket for a week is a psychotic. But
like that's something you would do to your enemy. Like you're supposed to be
they're doing this. That's meant for Guantanamo, not the
Yeah.
Lakers locker room.
Oh, that's so insane. Yeah. The poop shoe individually, I do think it's funny. Maybe not like forcing them to step in it, but I don't know. There's ways that poop can be funny. I don't care. Dumping poop, forcing people to like physically interact with your poop though, it's kind of tough.
So the thing is, Ty Lue told the story in like 2022. Shaq and Devin George came out and denied it back then, but he's still telling the story. So I wonder, did he miss their denials, or is he like, no, it's true, I don't care.
It's true.
But the poop bucket one, the Gary Payton one, I want to say that's got to be untrue, because how is he? What are the logistics of that? Where is Shaq keeping the bucket?
Oh, Jesus. I didn't even think about that. How is the Lakers locker room not like like you need a hazmat suit to enter it, because Shaq's doing his classic bucket gag again, and he's 3 days into it.
And like, where is he storing it? He's not bringing it home with him.
Shaq, your locker smells fucking terrible. Leave me alone. I'm doing something.
And so I want to give the benefit of the doubt and be like, this is just classic NBA old man dementia. Just like how they're like, and then he pulled up from, I played against him, he dropped 64 on me, and 5 in a row, bang, 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 all from half court. The crowd was pin silent, and then you pull up the game, it's like he had 18, he made 1 3. Every 3 the crowd's like, woo! Like instantly. Yeah. And it's like, okay, you're a little different than
you've played 800 basketball games.
Yeah.
So I understand.
So yeah, so maybe Gary Payton's like, maybe it was Karl Malone.
That did the poop in a bucket?
Yeah, maybe a lot of guys do the poop in the bucket, and he's getting it mixed up. Maybe he's encountered like 800 poop buckets, but
Damn.
I gotta say that's psychotic. And like he's doing it to all the rookies. No chance he did it to Kobe, because we would have heard it by now.
Kobe would have
by now.
him in the head.
He would have killed him in real life. yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And especially Froby, because how do you get it out of there? So he would have had to kill Shaq just for his honor. And so I feel like it can't be true. But these are now two separate poop stories, so there's got to be some kernel poop in there.
There's got to be. Every rumor starts with a kernel of poop. I like that. All right, who's below the Lakers? We got to keep this pushing.
Oh, crap. All right, last minute Max Christie Glaze. 28
right.
against Portland. Quintessential role player game, all spot up threes, all cuts and transition. And he played really good defense. And he's been really good over the past month. So, the addition by subtraction for him, too.
And you guys wanted us to trade this guy for fucking Zach LaVine? Ridiculous.
Well, wait. That could still be the move. So
No. I think it's clear they don't need Zach LaVine. I think it's clear that the Bulls have one less option to move Zach LaVine now.
No, that's not going
I think it's clear. The Clippers. What do I fuck? I don't even. Where are my notes at?
You know
The
whose brother's on the Clippers?
I don't know.
Max Christie. His brother's in the G League in there. And you know what he did? He dropped 38, 5, 3, and 2 steals on 24 shots against the Remix.
You know, Max Christie, he has a brother, like a half-brother in, like, New Jersey legislature.
Chris Christie, he's one of them?
Yeah, he's a Christie boy. The Christie
was Max invited to the beach?
Yeah, he was just out of frame. They made him sit far away because they were like, if we get paparazzi'd, I don't want you to be, culpable for this.
What an epic move.
Shout out to Chris Christie, dude. Shout out to him being in the news every week for like 4 months. All right, Kawhi.
Shout out Trump just being like, this guy's fat, disgusting loser. He brutalized
there's no way your wife could love you, you fucking slob, you disgusting weirdo. Like the shit Trump was saying about Chris Christie, that's how people describe like locker room Shaq back in the day. Shaq would walk up to you in front of your girlfriend and say, "You're disgusting."
Now, imagine Shaq pouring poop over those guys, a week's worth of poop over those guys. They would still, if they're conservative politicians, they'll still defend him if it's for the party line.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 2-2 in their last 4, the Clippers are. They beat the Warriors, the Pelicans. They lost to the Spurs and the Thunder. Kawhi might be back tomorrow. He was aiming for tomorrow for his comeback date. I have not heard anything about it since. And then the only other thing
last night. Let me see if there's anything.
Only other thing I wrote down, they were competitive with the Thunder for the first half, even without Harden. So, I don't know. It's another healthy Kawhi year where it's like, hey, if they get healthy Kawhi, this team, they could do something because they are really good defensively. Best defensive team whoever Trey Man has ever been a part of. Fuck, who am I thinking of? Terrence Man. Yeah. There we go.
His brother.
Yeah, brothers. Trey Man, Terrence Man, Michael Man. They're triplets.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, best defensive unit he's ever been a part of. So if you get Harden and Kawhi back on there, I mean, that's good. All-star level guy, Norm Powell. He was in the voting. Like, he was like 10th, I think, for guards in the West, but still good.
He's not going to make it through fan voting.
I don't even think he'll make it. The guards in the West are just so hard. If he could make it in the East, he'd have a real shot, I feel like. But it's tough.
So let's see. Let's pull up that All-Star voting. Where was it? I want to see everyone who's in front of him. Because surely he has a statistical case over some of them, right?
I mean, probably a few, but
So
there's a lot of crazy.
Devin Booker, he's got a case over.
I would say he's been straight up better than Devin Booker this year.
Fox probably has a statistical case over. He's been a better scorer.
Yeah, he bare minimum has like a team winning X good stats case over Fox.
He's not better than Fox, but I just think for pure all-star.
He's also not
voting-wise,
better than Booker. I don't want people to interpret it that way. Just like this year, like he has genuinely had an insane year versus a crazy down year from Devin Booker.
Ja. Yeah, hey, he's missed a lot of games.
I mean, I don't even think. Yeah, Ja has not played at all, barely. So whatever.
Harden, step down. Take yourself out of the running.
Yeah, fall on your sword for your teammate.
Edwards, Norm is more efficient.
Hey, Norm Powell didn't have a fucking. We'll get to Anthony Edwards, okay? He's right below him in the standings right now. So
yeah, Kyrie, Steph, Luka, Shea, Norm could be in here. Clippers fans, get your money up. Start tweeting at K-pop. Let's get Karina from Espa to support Norm Powell.
whatever the fuck that means.
Karina's one of the biggest stars of K-pop.
Kareem?
Karina.
Like the basketball player?
No, she's way bigger than he's ever been.
Jeez, Kareem's 7 feet tall. How tall is this lady?
Her aura is bigger.
Hey, stand on my money. I'm 10'4". Shout out to K-pop. Shout out to Karina. Shout out to Kareem.
Free new jeans.
Free new jeans. Do you have any Clippers thoughts or what?
Fuck.
The fuck?
Yeah, just the. Oh yeah, Norm Powell was wearing a hoodie that says "Addition by Subtraction." He's got his merch, so he's just full on Paul George hate campaign, which is funny.
And he's up 1 million right now. By the way, it's crazy
really
how bad Paul George is playing.
So we'll see. Do you think Kawhi? Will his production take a hit if Kawhi comes back and is Kawhi?
I mean, I'm sure it'll take like a slight hit. He won't be. What is he right now? Like 28 points per game?
It might be like 25. Let's see. It can't be. No, it can't be 28, right? If it's 28. Huh.
Oh my God, he's 24. I'm tweaking. I think he could maintain 24 points per game if Kawhi's playing, or still be like a very efficient, above 20 point per game scorer. Because Kawhi's like a good playmaker and a really solid offensive engine. It's not like you're bringing in Carmelo Anthony or something to fucking score the rock. Kawhi's good, and he knows how to fit within like a good offense.
So yeah, every Clippers fans, your life starts tomorrow.
Yep. What are we at? 138. The Timberwolves. Talk about fucking down in the mud. Jeez Louise. The Timberwolves are 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Rockets. They beat the Spurs. They've lost back-to-back games against the Thunder and the Celtics. DiVincenzo, kind of back, low key.
I could put the ball in the end zone. Put the sports end in the top 10. DiVincenzo. Jack Harlow, you know.
Yeah, I know Jack Harlow.
You know his
From
song?
the actor?
No, the rapper.
I don't know. There's a guy, Jack Harlow, who's in a White Man Can't Jump movie.
Oh, it's the same guy. So he's dabbled. He's actually multimedia star.
Oh, dude, that's really cool. Okay, well, he knows his stuff, yeah, because SportsCenter top 10. Dante DiVincenzo, double-digit games for 8 straight games. He's hit 3 or more threes in 7 of the last 8 games. In those
the
8
7
games,
fishes did their fucking trick, eh? Oh, let me write that down in my notes. Okay.
All it took was a little time with the family. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists are his averages over the last 8 games. He's shooting 47% from 3 on 7 attempts a game in that span. Minnesota has the 7th best bench offense in the league over this stretch, but they are the 24th worst bench defense. So you give and you take. It's average. We're right around average. What do you? And then Anthony Edwards, pretty stinky in the Celtics game last night, and there was a lot of post game quotes about it.
Yeah, so he was in his Devin Booker bag. So he had a
that's tough.
He had a bad game, and then he said he was mad about being double teamed. He said, "It's not how I want to play. I'm only 23. I don't want to be passing the ball all night." And so it gave everyone flashbacks to when Devin Booker was in an open gym. He said, "We're not doubling an open gym." Joakim Noah said, "Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
We are." Well, Joakim Noah is a competitor. Devin Booker, I mean.
So, can we play the game? It's part of the game. It's part of the game.
Oh my
What a
God.
guy.
Yeah, that's so funny. So what did he have last night? Anthony Edwards, 15 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 42% true shooting, 2 of 9 from 3, 5 of 16 overall. Really rough night.
He missed a wide open layup down the stretch of that game, like with a minute left. It was crazy.
Yeah. The Celtics, they did they doubled him hard the entire night, and the Thunder did a lot of that as well in their big comeback over the Wolves, and so.
Hey, because if you do that, who's hurting you?
Exactly.
Although he had a good game, but
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Nothing's real.
Jaden McDaniels.
Literally everyone but Anthony Edwards. They could have beat the Celtics if Anthony Edwards played well, to be honest. Yeah. It's tough because I don't think it's fair. There's just been a lot of overcorrection. I think people overreacted to the playoffs a bit in terms of like, is this guy literally going to be the best player in the world within 2 seasons? Is this guy a top 5 player right now? All that different shit. And given they've altered the roster so much that he's being asked to play an entirely different brand of basketball. But so you had people overreact to the playoffs in that capacity. And now it's been such a jarring fall off in terms of statistical production and team success that the pendulum is swinging way to the other direction, where instead of being top 5, is this guy even top 15? Oh my God, he's terrible. He's straight up bad at basketball now. He's responsible for all of the flaws of this Minnesota team. He's not without fault. He could be better as a playmaker, as a passer for sure. But he's not where I would start listing the problems at.
Yeah, it's definitely, he's got to figure out how to thrive in difficult contexts more, but still, this is a guy who's one of the, at worst, top 10 players in the NBA. And he's still a good two-way player, so I'm not too concerned about Mr. Anthony Edwards. I'm sure he'll improve as a passer as time goes on, and he won't be 23 forever, guys. It's a young age. Are we?
Well,
he
said he's 23
yet in 05? No, we're 20.
Yeah,
So,
we're 20. I can't even drink.
the one of my favorite things is on TikTok when like kids, like a 16-year-old will mess up, and then people will be like, well, they're only 16, and then 14-year-olds will be like, I would never do. I would know better. I no excuse. when I'm 16, I'll never make that mistake.
Oh my God. I saw one where it was like when January 1st hits and I realize I'm turning grown ass age this year, and the comments are like 18 years old, broken heart emoji. Am I cooked, chat? Just all that shit.
Which is real, because that's a big age, because you go from like, if I committed a crime, we're cool, to
it's
if
fake.
I commit a crime, I'm in jail. I'm
Yes.
kissing boys.
Whoa, is that what happens in jail?
That's what I've heard. I've googled it. I've Google imaged it. Not for fun, but
You Googled image boys kissing, or what happens in jail?
well, just to see if it actually was real, because there's a lot of hype about it. So I was checking.
Guys, is the hype real about kissing boys? Comment down below.
Should I try it? 1 million patrons will try it.
Guys, 300 patrons, Pablo's kissing boys.
Well, we have 300. Wait.
Whoa, Pablo.
Well, let's get to 400.
You better go find a. Would you want someone more effeminate than yourself or less effeminate, or does it matter?
If I had to kiss a boy,
Yes.
I'd probably go for a girly boy.
Yeah, same.
You know who looks like a girl? Keshi.
Who the hell is that?
He's a singer, but yeah, he's got long flowing hair, and I get a lot of Keshi music concert video. He's on tour. He's
Guys,
I might have to lock it. He's got some good songs. But we have a new patron as an hour ago, Jordan Bodrin.
oh, hey, what's up, Jordan?
Welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome to the show. At 300 patrons, I'll kiss my beautiful girlfriend.
Crap, 400. We're at 303.
Oh no, I have to. Fuck. Damn it, dude. This is terrible. Oh no. God, my life rocks. We're done with the wolves.
Minecraft eating.
Something like that. Ooh. Those when you fall. Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
And then you. It's like the. I've got to run through my whole soundboard now.
Okay. How many more?
We should. I wish we could do a soundboard on here.
Oh man, one day we'll get a producer, and everything will be cheeky.
They would have to get our sense of humor though. Where it'd be like, oh fuck, there's zombies outside my door, and then they're just spamming the zombie, something like that. All right, 146, 147 ish. The Warriors 2-2 in their last 4. Beat the 76ers, and the Suns lost to the Cavs and the Clippers. Steph, masterclass versus Philadelphia. 30 points, 10 assists, 100% true shooting, 8 of 8 from three-point range. Only 2 turnovers. And they beat and Joel Embiid was playing. So this is the realest win they've ever had.
And then I turn on the game. Immediately, Reggie Miller crying about Joel Embiid. It's crazy.
What about him?
He's just like, he's out of shape. I hate him. He's bad. He sucks. I wish he was a better person and a better player.
Is there a more polarizing player? Not just like there's plenty of polarizing players, but Embiid polarizing NBA announcers. I feel like he's the biggest one. Where it's like you tune into a game Embiid plays in, it's either he's literally the best basketball player the league has ever seen, or it's this guy is like a violent criminal who should be banned from the organization for the way that he's deflowered our beautiful game.
It probably is him. I don't know I mean, I don't know if anyone else would be up there. Maybe Peak Harden, but I don't know.
It's funny to listen to opposing, like, the opposite broadcast when Giannis plays them. Because he'll have a play, just like a classic Giannis play where somebody
that's
gets
allowed?
Yeah. It'll just be like, okay, well, I guess that's basketball now.
I guess we're hitting people. Wait, crap. Who are we just
The Warriors.
Oh, Reggie Miller. No, he said when fully healthy, Embiid's better than Jokic, but he's got to be in shape. He's not conditioned, and it's like he's walking around with a literal face mask on, and he's like, I know you're hurt, but you got to be better in shape.
I know. Guy who has spent the last 6 months getting like 30% of his body turned into robotics, and people are like, why aren't you on the treadmill more, dude? You're kind of chunky. You should be running and eat less. You need to be skinnier.
What's funny is Reggie Miller's such like a casual commentator. Like he'll just say casual things or whatever. And he's like so reactionary, and he's like obviously anti-analytics and stuff like that. But as a player, he was just, I guess, accidentally so progressive in terms of like one of the most efficient players of his era, chucking threes before everyone else, his off-ball movement, like being the offensive engine for a team as an off-ball player, as an off-ball three-point shooter. And it's like, and he got to the free throw line a ton. And it's like, man, I wonder what this guy thinks about the game. And it's like, be tougher.
Be tougher. Yeah, it is funny. Like, I wonder if back in the day he drops like 35 to clinch a playoff series on like all fucking threes, just strictly jumpers. And he like goes and watches who's like a mid. I don't even know. Like just like an all-star who could dunk really good back in the day. Like, I wonder if Reggie Miller watches like Julius Randle and he's like, fuck, if I could have played like that, man. Oh, man. I would have dominated.
Yeah, I don't know what he thinks about. Like, do you think he was a guy saying jump shooting teams don't win championships?
Maybe. Because if you think about, like, I feel like guys let their experience dictate how they feel about stuff like that a lot. So if he could be a guy who would take the fact that he never won individually despite being a prolific jump shooter as evidence that jump shooting will not work in pursuit of a championship.
Yeah.
That seems like something that could happen.
Yeah.
Any Warriors thoughts?
And he's not even top 5 anymore in 3-point makes. Crazy.
Crazy. Wemby's coming.
Oh, he said LeBron's going to pass me, which is crazy. He said LeBron's going to pass me next year.
Damn.
But the real 3-point king, Steph Curry, went 8 for 8. That's his most consecutively made threes ever.
Yeah, and that's good. He was kind of playing mid by his standards. Let me see this real quick. What was his game log looking like before this? So on the season, 22 points per game. 44% from the field, 42% from 3 on 10 attempts a game. But some of the games before this, 27% from 3 versus the Cavs, 30% from 3 versus the Suns, 22% versus the Pacers, 0 for 6 against the Grizzlies. So, this was easily the best game he's played in a good long while.
It's the 85th time he's made 8 threes. That's number 1 all time. Guess who's second?
Ooh, Clay.
No, he's third.
Fuck. Is it a modern player? Dame.
It's Dame.
Okay.
And so Steph has done it 85 times. Guess how many times Dame has done it?
Probably like 40, 45.
31.
Jeez.
Clay's done it 24, Harden's 22, and then JR 14.
Shout out to J.R. Smith, man.
Shout out.
One of the best hot hand scorers. One of the most fun. I don't have that much on the Warriors. Ooh, excuse me. Still kind of just treading water in that weird play-in territory. I would expect them to be involved in the Jimmy Butler stuff as well, though.
On 3-point shots designated as open, where the closest defender was 4 to 6 feet away, the Warriors took the third highest attempts per game in December with 18 per game. They shot 32% on those, which is 21st. Shout out Joe Vire for that stat. Stinky. They're literally not making wide open jumpers. Did we talk about the Schroeder trade?
We talked about it right when it happened. It was live on air, and then I don't think we did like a official reaction. But
I think
was this his best?
On the East episode.
Was this his best game as a Warrior so far?
Yeah, he's been stinking it up too. He hasn't been making shots for them, which is a problem. But when he is making shots, it's easy to see how how he complements this offense
Yeah.
in terms of just the speed, putting pressure with speed.
When you have literally anybody on the floor who can make a basket besides Steph Curry, it's easy
Yeah.
to see how he improves their approach. This guy's gonna be big for them.
But he when he gets the ball and they have to close out to him, and then he gets in the gaps, everything's easier.
Ugh. Germany.
He is one of the most followed players on Instagram too, I think. Let me see.
He's a world champion, so that makes sense.
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder. Instagram. Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder, Instagram.
5.6 million followers. He would be
Hey.
so high in NFL rankings. He's only 1 million behind Travis Kelce. Isn't that crazy?
Damn. Get your money up, not your funny up.
If you can't get followers, it's Travis Kelce. If you can't get followers being conventionally attractive and dating the most popular woman on earth and being on the you played in the Super Bowl past 2 years, probably going to happen again. This is the most watched thing on earth. Come on.
He should change his last name to his Instagram handle, and then on his back of his jersey it would be like at Travis Kelce.
Oh, I wonder if anyone will do that. No, they probably wouldn't allow that.
Travis at Travis Kelce.
At Jack Doherty.
At Ocho Cinco. The Spurs. Let me see. 156. The Spurs 2-2 in their last 4. Beat the Nets. Beat the Clippers. Lost to the Wolves. Lost to the Knicks. Wemby's birthday is tomorrow. That's all I wrote down for him.
The Spurs, they're too good.
They're pretty good.
I think Wemby's hurting them by being too good already.
I mean, it's the classic question where it's like, if we could tank a couple more years, that'd be really helpful for your future.
We're in a little bit of trouble, and they will have the second hardest schedule in the league in January. But still, I'm worried. I'm worried they're too far gone, because Wemby's too good, and so they're a play-in team right now. They're like number 10. But so, excuse me, I'm coughing. Yeah. Wemby played chess.
He did? It
He
was
went to
cool.
New York and played chess. That was epic.
Went to fucking New York. He man of the people. Oh.
Hey, you could play chess here. You could play chess fucking anywhere. There was a report with with De'Aaron Fox. Make no mistake, the Spurs voice is the loudest among teams of Orlando, Miami, Lakers, Rockets, and San Antonio.
That's such a classic, like, GOAT level player thing to have happen, I feel like, where it's like, okay, immediately you're too good for your team to tank, and we are going to attach you to this pretty good player for the next, like, 7 years.
Luka, here's Kristaps.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I think we were a little bit more optimistic about Kristaps at that point, but still. Yeah, I really don't like this path. I don't like going all in. Going all in for and I love De'Aaron Fox, but it's like we're going all in for De'Aaron Fox. No team is a De'Aaron Fox away from a championship, I feel like. Unless the Celtics? No. Yeah, I just don't love, and especially like, so De'Aaron Fox is super duper fast, right?
Yes.
And he can put pressure on the rim, but he's not actually that great of a finisher, and not like that consistent of a. He doesn't like wear teams down or anything. Well, in transition he does, but like, I really do just want Dylan Harper for for the Spurs.
Yeah, that would be cool. Or if they had gotten Sar for that. Sar last year would have been so crazy.
Yeah.
Just like 4-5, him and Wemby, and then like the rest of you're just like a walking top 8 defense for 10 years.
Yeah, that'd be so nuts. Jeremy Sohan cut his hair off, his green hair.
Fuck.
And a user on eBay got their hands on the green hair and has it up for auction with the current bid at a whopping $1,072. According to the posting, there are 6 bids for the hair pack. And in case you're wondering, the eBay post has Sohan's hair at near mint grading. So I don't know how they got this. Their listing is, "Hi, I have Jeremy Sohan's 2024 December Grinch green curly hair that he cut on my birthday, December 30th, 1987. You have the chance to own something from Jeremy Sohan's purse. All right, they wrote it
from
bad.
his purse. Whoa.
From his personal, add this one of a kind to your collection. Go Spurs, go." So new era for Jeremy. And then last thing is, whenever you watch Spurs games, there's so many moments where guys drive in and then they just drive out because they're terrified of Wemby, and it's so clear how big his defensive impact is. But I would like for the Spurs to lean into it more. I would like them to like paint a part of their paint a different color and like lean into the Area 51 thing, and maybe like put a little fence and a bunch of spooky imagery or something, so that we have like a visual indicator. They should go and like statistically find where he like diverts the most shots, and then make a visual inference on the court.
That would actually
people
be really
could
crazy.
see, so people could tell. It'd be like, and so announcers could be like, "Well, he's in Area 51. As soon as they get in there, he's not passing." Or, "Oh my God, John Morant did a layup in there."
Like that could easily be like their, like, it wouldn't be like Light the Beam, but it could give like a weird, funky, fun identity to the team. Just because, yeah, like if it was a visual spot on the court and you were like actively seeing guys like hit that line and then run away, that would be
so
such a
epic.
funny bit. Oh my God, that'd be sick. Yeah, I'm down for that. Spurs, subscribe to the Patreon, and then you can use that idea.
Oh, okay.
Greg Popovich, hand it over. Hospitals, be like, hope you're doing okay, Greg. I don't know when he's coming.
Be like,
I don't know when he's coming back.
yeah, I don't think we have any news.
Low key,
Are they better without him?
are they better without? No, I was gonna say low key. It's fine if you don't come back. You are like 90 years old. It's the most stressful job. Every time a new head coach, Quinn Snyder used to look boyish, you know? And he looks like the villain, like coaching the evil basketball team in a Disney movie now. He's been corrupted by the position. So, yeah.
No, I'm not ready yet.
Just say goodbye to Pop?
Yeah. So no.
All right. Well, you heard the man. Wheel him out here,
Back
ladies
on Monday.
and gentlemen.
Back
Come
on
on,
Monday,
Pop.
And
Fucking.
and you got to remember, Popovich, he loves going out to dinner with the team and getting wine.
Well, you can't do that if you're not the coach.
Yeah, well, you just don't travel as much, and you don't have your boys with you. You don't have your boys talking ball with you every night.
You don't get to lean over and go, Jeremy, say tattoo, and he's like tattoo, and then so you don't get that. Are we done with the Spurs? You got any Spurs thoughts?
I got nothing else on those guys.
Get him out of my face. Timestamp it. 2:03. Oh my goodness. 2:03. The
Are we on the Kings?
Spurs. No, the Spurs. Damn, dude, come on. Or wait, no, the Suns. My fault. Oh, gee. 3-1. 3-1 in their last 4. Beat the Nuggets. Lost to the Mavs, Warriors, Grizzlies. So not 3-1. 1-3. Typo. My fault. They lost to the Warriors. I was calling the Warriors-Suns game the who's it more over for bowl, and they lost that. So it's more over for them, I guess.
It's definitely more over for them.
Yeah. So they lost
Did you
to the
see
Warriors.
Max Lewis is out 4 weeks?
Damn. No, I didn't see. Wait.
He got hurt right away.
In Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Damn. That's tough. Well, let's keep it on the Suns. What do you think?
They're donezo.
Is it done? Is it over?
I'm pretty much out. It's just you need the big three to be
Good.
and they're not. Only go and even if they were, I wouldn't believe in them as real contenders. So I think simultaneously they have to trade Booker. Oh, they have to
double
whammy. They have to trade Booker and Durant, but they won't because they want to sell tickets. So they're just
they have $2 chicken strips. They can't sell. They can't just get rid of their fucking main draw. They're gonna be losing money.
Bro, you got all the ASU kids. You'll fill the stadium up that way. Marvelous Von Glorious on the Suns Reddit page. I haven't watched a full Suns game in like 2 or 3 weeks. That's weird after watching basically every game over the last 4 seasons. The team is super unlikable, constantly gets outworked, and is just plain boring and hard to watch. You know how many upvotes that got?
100.
59.
Hey, if we're rounding, that's 100. Yeah, I guess looking at it
blow
right
my nose right now.
Okay, fucking do it then. I'm gonna impersonate him blowing his nose.
Shut up! Shut up!
God, dude, thanks for listening, everyone. This is such a high quality podcast. So yeah, with the Suns, it's just jarring. Jackson Frank had a good tweet about it where he was like, "It's insane how quickly they have gone from phenomenal roster construction to terrible roster construction, but in addition to that, from phenomenal vibes to horrific vibes." Like, if you think about the vibes of the Suns when they were up 2-0 in the finals, that's probably the peak of like prime of like this whole Mikal Bridges, Ayton, Chris Paul version of the Phoenix Suns. That's probably the apex, is that first 2 games of the finals.
No, the apex is them working out after the game.
No, I'm not doing a bit right now. I'm seriously analyzing the vibes. I'm not doing winner's work. But I mean,
is
that
that
was
what
up
they
there,
captioned it?
Yeah, well, that's what they were saying in the video. Was like the guys were saying to each other while they were lifting, "Winner's work, winner's work, man, winner's work."
That's awesome.
Yeah, and Chris Middleton lit that ass up. So. Yeah, just vibes-wise. To go from where they were then to what they are now, it's... Oh, if I was a fan of the Suns, I would be so disgusted. I don't blame that guy for not tuning in to watch full games because it's just like, remember what we had. I feel like the Suns were in good position. The Kings with the Light the Beam team a few years ago, I feel like they, as a fan base, assumed that even if it wasn't a championship team, they were going to get like 5 or 6 years of like fun, competitive basketball, a breath of fresh air into a franchise that had not been competitive for like 2 full decades prior to that. I feel like the Suns, who made the finals, that version of the team was what those Kings fans expected. Like, I feel like that Suns team would have been winning a lot of games. They had a good recipe for just winning a lot of regular season games, would have been making deep-ish playoff runs, or at least having very competitive early exits, and would have been fun and entertaining to watch. And I understand pulling the trigger on the Kevin Durant deal to take you from a team that's like fun to a team that's serious, but the Beal move right after that, just wind out of the sails, immediately killed everything else. It's tough.
Yeah, and then also Ayton for Nurkic. Not that Ayton's been much better, but it's just the vibes were so irreparable that they had to. But I wonder, like, just pure on paper, how different would you feel if they had Chris Paul and Ayton instead of Nurkic and Beal?
I think if they had ridden it out, there would be more frustrations at this point. Like, by now, people would be done with Ayton. They were already done-ish. Like, people were really angry at
Yeah.
Ayton by the time he left Phoenix. But I think if you give them like 2 more postseason appearances where he probably, like, similar flaws rear their head in terms of like getting outworked, being unable to defend, having terrible body language, and not doing like a ton of gritty hustle pilled shit. Giving Suns fans 2 more seasons of that, they'd be ready to like fucking throw him off a cliff or something. But I think if they still had Paul and Ayton, they're more like flexible, I guess. They're not as locked in to anything. They have a lot more moves at their disposal, especially if they still have like Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson and everything they gave up to get Durant on the team. Yeah, their ceiling would be lower, but they would be more flexible is how I feel, I guess. And this is all with the benefit of hindsight. I'm like fully on board with making the Durant deal pretty much every time it comes up. It's just frustrating that like the supplementary stuff to that didn't work out.
Yeah, and they've even like hit on some of these guys, like Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen, Ryan Dunn, Oso, like they've, but it's just not enough.
O'Neal and Grayson out, like that's genuinely 2 of like the better role players in the league. For a team that like post Beal trade, they had no way to add players in any real capacity. So to hit on those 2 guys in the way that they did, get one of the best 3-point shooters, really like led the league in 3-point percentage, I'm pretty sure, and then another incredible 3-and-D guy in O'Neal, which he's been this season, to get that and still be this far away, it sucks.
Yeah, that's crazy. Beal should have retired a Wizard.
No, retire. No, and maybe he'll retire a Heat.
If they trade for him, that's crazy.
Jimmy Butler.
If they trade for him, we need Pat Riley in a home. It's over.
Yeah.
If they traded him for Jimmy, would that change their fate?
No, it would delay it.
Yeah.
But no, I don't really think it would, like, they would become a much better basketball team. But I don't think it doesn't turn them into champions. No, probably not. And does it, like, yeah, you're just probably blowing it up in 2 years now instead of right now or soon.
Yeah.
So it's over. Sorry, Suns fans.
Blow it up, Matt.
Shout out to the Suns in 4 guy. It's been great watching the team spiral since that moment. It's been great. I love, like, to be a hater and to have it happen this way. Oh man, it's been beautiful.
Suns in 4.
So Suns in 4. Hell, fucking lost the finals. That's like another thing. Like, the Suns genuinely do, dropping the hater bit for a second, it makes you so appreciative that the Nuggets got it done when the opportunity arose, because they are a really good example of, like, the league changes so fast.
It's just so crazy to me that DeAndre Ayton was good during that run. He was so good.
He was the Jokic stopper. Like, imagine Ayton holding Jokic to like 24 points per game for a playoff series now.
And he just doesn't want to.
Yeah. It's crazy. What are we at? 213? What are we on? Oh, the Kings. Hey, we had to sift through a couple miles of trash, but here we are, 2-2 in their last 4. Beat the 76ers and the Mavs, lost to the Lakers and the Pistons. Mike Brown, fired. De'Aaron Fox, on the way out. What's up?
So, yeah, we're late to the Mike Brown firing, but he was fired because
the team is not good.
Yeah. So my notes are a little out of order. No one in Kings management, from Vivek to nobody in the front office at all, has addressed the fire. We're late to it, like a week late. Still, nobody said anything except
Yeah.
for the players.
It's just like Doug Christie's in charge now.
Yeah. And so Mike Brown was signed an extension 6 months ago and then was just fired out of nowhere. Ranadive has been notably, which is the owner, he's been notably upset with the team's recent play. And then the chief operating officer was upset with Mike Brown as well. Martina Kolokotronis, Greek guy. But it was Monty McNair whose decision it was to fire Mike Brown. So basically, ownership is back in the front office. They're like, it was Mike Brown's fault that this team is not good. Not your guys' fault. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm. And a report came out that they tried to make trades. They didn't get any trades done, and it was the vibe I've gotten from everything is it was very much, well, something has to change. We're not good right now. If we don't change anything, we'll never be good. And then they just couldn't get a deal done for anybody, so the next move was to fire Mike Brown.
And you know what? At least they're trying to change something. Could be worse. Could be the Bulls. You do nothing all the time, every time. But yeah, just a bad decision. Mike Brown, the first year he resuscitated the Kings. They were the playoff darlings. Everything was fun. Last year they still won 46 games, but they weren't that good. And their offense has slipped from 1st to 13th, which apparently is a fact that Ranadive has obsessed over, a team source said.
I love that.
Yeah.
He's just fucking clicking refresh on Basketball Reference. God damn it, what's going wrong?
I can't believe this. When the offseason hit, Brown made it clear he was looking for a significant raise. And then they had negotiations. Eventually, he got the extension, but I guess it was a heated negotiation. So there was some tension between him and the front office already. Mm-hmm. And then over the course of the year, he's been pretty vocal, like criticizing players in press conferences. He's like not afraid to be like, "Yep, DeRozan's fault on that one. Yep, Sabonis was supposed to box out on that one." And
DeRozan literally dropped the ball. Did you guys see that? The play I drew up would have worked if DeRozan caught it.
And like on the last game where Jaden Ivey made that game winner, he was like, "Yeah, Fox didn't do what we were supposed to do."
Yeah, should not have been a shooter to close out to. So if they did what I told him to, probably win.
So they kind of said that was a little bit of a part of it, and when this news first broke, there was a lot of momentum that like this is a De'Aaron Fox move, like he's upset with Mike Brown and he's now a Clutch client, and so they're just doing the Clutch things. They're exerting their control over, and he's like using his trade leverage to get his way or whatever. But since then, some more reporting has come out, and they're saying that this has driven the wedge even further between the Kings and De'Aaron Fox, and that he is not happy about this. And that this could be the move that really pushes him out towards like straight up requesting a trade.
Yeah.
The Kings say they're not going to do anything. They're not going to trade him. But and they're
what are they supposed to say? You know,
well, they're still trying to be buyers. They're like, let's get Cam Johnson. Just wait, we're a Cam Johnson away from changing everything.
Kuzma, Keon Ellis is coming to DC, baby.
Oh, they are stupid enough.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Is there was like a ton of stuff about Nuggets fans this offseason were like, we can get Dosunmu, we can get Ayo Dosunmu, and that never felt real to me. I was like, the Bulls are stupid purely in pursuit of remaining 500. The Kings are stupid in ways that I cannot predict, and so it feels more reasonable that they could be like, Keon Ellis. We need Kuzma more than we need Keon Ellis or something.
He's bigger.
Exactly. Yeah, he's bigger. NBA champion, too. NBA champion that's bigger. And
they just drafted Devin Carter. So and he just made his debut, right? Or he's going now?
He's making it tonight, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So
we don't need Keon Ellis.
Exactly. We have Kevin Huerter. What do we need Ellis for? It's tough. So yeah. I think it's probably over in Sacramento as well. just a really, really rough end to what was such a fun season that one time. The Light the Beam Kings, like, you know how many timelines they try to introduce the beam as a thing, and it just becomes like one of the dumbest marketing gimmicks in the history of the NBA. It feels like 90% of the time that doesn't work. So for them to do that and then have that season, oh man, it's just tough that this is the turn it's taken.
I wish I could peer into an alternate verse where they do take Luka.
Oh my god, that would be so sick. Or even like, who else was on the board at that point? Which, like, retrospect, no one was gonna take. Or I mean,
Shea.
you were more draft pilled than I was. Like, was that Jaren Jackson Jr. draft?
Yeah.
So like him versus Bagley. Was there any discourse about that, or was Bagley like the no-brainer?
Well, no, I was definitely. I think 100% Jackson was a better prospect. I was pretty low on Bagley, but he was a little polarizing. But I'd say I think a vast majority of people would have just straight up taken Jaren over him.
Yeah. So even doing something like that, it's like to just missing on a second overall is debilitating for any team. For the Warriors, it's been debilitating. To start the Pistons rebuild with Killian Hayes wherever they took him at, it was debilitating. So, yeah, it's just a mistake.
Portland. Oh, no,
who did they
number 2?
They're 3. Yeah, and even that, I mean, we'll get to them. Hey, literally directly below the Kings. You want to talk Portland?
Heyo. Okay.
Did we talk about Scoot's game winner at all last week?
Nope.
No, because we had to end early. Yeah, so Blazers 2-2 in their last 4. Beat the Jazz and the Mavericks. Lost to the 76ers and the Lakers. Scoot Henderson's last 4 games, he's averaging 14 points, 8 assists, 3 steals. Guess the true shooting.
52?
58, baby.
Oh, okay.
60% from 2. So, he's here.
He's here?
He's here.
It's finally canon?
Maybe. But regardless, it's good to see him playing, like, doing something, playing well-ish.
I turned on a game the other night where it was like in the 3rd or 4th quarter, and he did something cool, and I was like, oh my god, is something happening? And then it was like, this is his first made field goal of the game. So, come on.
You can't even give me this. He's like 3 for 8. It's his first make. Come on. Yeah.
But
do you have any Blazers thoughts?
You know who's been pretty cool is Shaden Sharp. Over the last 6 games. Oh,
3. The
three-peat,
triple crown.
Three-peat.
Oh my god.
I'm literally Poopy Shaq.
Wow.
over the last 6 games, Shaden Sharp is 21, 4, and 3 on 61% true shooting. And when he's good, he's so cool. He had this epic move where Paul George swiped at him and he did it behind the back, and then he'd stop and go and drove by.
The future is now.
Oh my god, he's so nasty. Donovan Clingan has been back. He's been playing some good defense.
Anthony Simons.
The Blazers are 5 points better with him on the court.
Oh, he's pretty good. Not rookie of the year. But I still wish the Hawks had taken him. I think that would have been cool. But I'm glad he's in Portland. Portland, they have just some interesting pieces where Kamara, good defender. Clingan, good defender.
He's gonna be great.
Scoot, who knows?
Oh, Matisse Thybulle, not healthy, right? I feel like I haven't seen Matisse Thybulle in 7 years.
If he is, he's not playing. So if you're not getting scratched on the Blazers, I'm worried about you.
I'm pretty sure he's hurt. Let me Google Matisse Thybulle.
Yeah, but Anthony Simons, he's starting. You've mentioned a few times this season how he should be cashing in on the the volume 3-point shooting craze this year. Like, it makes no sense that he wasn't one of the guys to start the season. Over his last 4, what is he at? Oh, damn. Okay, I could extend this if I'm trying to like hit the game log to make it as long of a stretch as possible. Ugh, damn it. There's 3 games that really bring it down, but over the past 9 games, he's shooting 36% on 9 attempts a game. But over the last 3, he is 44% on 9 attempts. He's 4 of 8, 4 of 10, and 4 of 9 over the last 3,
Booyah.
averaging 23 points per game. So, kind of back a little bit. He's a guy, it would not surprise me if Portland moved on from him, just because it feels like they're so far away still.
It feels like they've been talking about moving on from him for a while now.
Yeah. But like if they did, I would be really interested to see him in a lot of different spots. I remember the last time there was trade rumors about him, people were like, Orlando? I think that could be really cool. And I mean, I don't mean to pivot for any Portland fans listening. I don't mean to pivot your segment into like your guy's going to get traded, but yeah, that's just kind of what I've been thinking about with them.
Well, I think they want him traded. I think that was my impression from their fan base. But Donovan Clingan is number 7 in D LeBron on Basketball Index.
It's so stupid that they they made that a stat. D LeBron. God, that's so cool.
The problem is just casuals will never understand that it's just named after him, that it's not like we're rating this guy based on his LeBron-ness.
Yeah.
and Donovan Clingan is the 7th most LeBron like defensive player. Who was it that had the Carmelo metric? Was that 538?
I don't remember. I don't even remember that one. I'm not sure I've ever seen it in the wild.
I think it might have predated Raptor at 538, and now they just pulled the plug entirely on that. Yeah, and then when I was browsing the Blazers subreddit, I ran into local television issues. People are wondering why the NBA is down. Well, gotta check out the local TV issues. So there was a thread on Reddit where they were like, "It's not looking good for the Blazers on YouTube TV." Apparently, YouTube TV is blocking the programming on KUNP. I don't know what that is, because they say they had a contract with Univision, not Sinclair / Blazers Broadcasting. I guess negotiations are ongoing, but who knows how long it will take. I cannot believe this was not worked out a month ago. So people who bought YouTube TV to watch Blazers games, I guess they're not going to be able to. And just the entire thread was just evidence of how ridiculous it is to try and watch an NBA game legally in 2025. This one guy said, "That TV antenna is the best purchase I've ever made." And someone replied, "Not if you live on the bottom floor of an apartment building." And someone said, "Just get a really long wire." Another guy said, "I paid for Blazer Vision. The video quality is lower than if I pirated." And then another guy said, "Are there any links to official game updates? Google isn't helping. Tonight's game isn't showing up on Hulu TV."
What the fuck? I mean, Blazers games are lost media at this point. Half of the NBA is.
They really are. Yeah, so YouTube TV is not holding the games, and it seems no one knows where to consistently find these games. And I saw someone say the Locked On Blazers podcast did a segment talking about the issue. So what a disaster.
Bring back doing a stakeout and listening to sports on a tiny radio. That's how I like to do basketball games.
Bring back single digit channels. But every NBA team should be on channel 9.
Oh yeah, I'm
Turn
down
on the
for
games on channel 9.
That's how we should corner this market. Is we should pay local or we should get on local TV everywhere right after the NBA games. We should get the slot after the NBA games. So we'll be like local like we'll get someone who lives in every market to sign up for local access TV, and they could just like stream this episode onto TV after the Blazers play or whatever. So Comment down below what area of the country you live in and whether or not you're able to get us onto local access television.
Did you have that in your town? I had it. I had Channel 6.
Probably, but I was not watching basketball like that back in the day.
Oh no, they didn't. They didn't put bad. Well, no. Bulls games did used to be on WGN, which was Channel 9, which was like basic cable. But no, Channel 6 was like my local, like hometown. Like they put on like when the elementary school has a recital, they're putting it on Channel 6.
No, we didn't
and
have
stuff
that.
like that.
Close. I mean, we had like PBS and shit, but not like I don't know.
They didn't have the board meetings.
I mean, they probably did. I just wasn't watching TV like that. My mom was also not as like. She put a timer on the microwave for like TV and computer and stuff.
Oh, see, my mom's locked into the local news. It's just the most boring. It's like the worst quality possible. It's like
Nice.
it's like VHS quality,
Yeah.
and just voting on on municipal matters.
How many trees should be in front of the new courthouse? Write in your answer now.
The gentleman opposed. But yeah, I wish it would be epic to be big on local. I should check if Chicago has a local
Yeah,
channel
that's what I'm
like
saying.
that, because
That's my dream for this: is we get a real studio and we're just on local access TV, and people have to buy. They have to have TV to be able to watch it.
you know that's where Alex Jones started. Local TV in Austin.
That's so sick. Keep Austin weird, baby.
Keep Austin weird.
Keep Austin weird. New Alex Jones dropping next week. All right, let's wrap this shit the fuck up. Who is even left after the Blazers? Oh, your king, the Jazz, 0-4, lost to the Nuggets, Sixers, Blazers, Cavs. What did Bryce Sensabaugh do against the Denver Nuggets?
What was he, 2 for 5?
I have no idea. You're the Bryce Sensabaugh fan.
Yeah, I think he just made a couple threes. Jordan Clarkson got the vast majority of them. I think he dropped like 25 on the Nuggets on like 19 shots or something.
Didn't Bryce have a really good game this week?
It was against the Sixers.
Okay, my fault. Well, then talk about that one.
So Bryce Sensabaugh put on a masterclass against the Sixers. He was hitting pull-up threes. He was hitting mid-range shots. He drove into Joel Embiid, took the contact, finished through it, and just basically obliterated them overall, 6 for 9. And then how did they reward him? By playing Jordan Clarkson more minutes again. So Jordan Clarkson, he did do good against the Nuggets, but then did you see Mike Breen commentating over him on the in the Knicks game?
No, I did not. What did Mike Breen have to say?
It was like it was big on Twitter, and Reddit. It was just like every time Clarkson had the ball, Mike Breen's like, he's dribbling a lot, huh? And he fires up again. Ill-advised.
It's taking a bite of gross food, but the person that made it is right in front of you, and so
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
oh,
really.
jeez, this is an interesting texture. Wow, I didn't think this would be warm, but it is. That's cool.
But yeah, I was thinking, we've really quieted down on the market and trade front, and so where does he rank in trade value amongst these guys? So Booker, well, I guess they're not even real right now yet. So compared to Jimmy and Fox.
Well, the thing with Lowry is that he waited a day to sign his extension specifically so that he can't be traded this year. You have to wait 6 months.
All?
Yeah, you have to wait 6 months after the extension to trade somebody. He signed it so that he will be eligible. That 6 months comes the day after the trade deadline, pretty much.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
that's why there's nothing on that front. I assume as we reach the off season, maybe that'll pick up a little bit more, especially as his play starts to improve. He hasn't been like an all-star level guy this year because of like health and everything. I think so. If we're just operating off the last like good time we saw him, I'd have to take a look at how much money everybody's making. I probably like him, broadly speaking, more than Fox, but less than Butler. And I only feel that way for like this year. Just like if we're getting like real Jimmy Butler for a season, then that would be my ranking of everything. But I don't know. I like him a lot though. I feel like he's an underrated defender, an incredible borderline transformative offensive player. If you could like plug him into a system where there's already like serious on-ball creation guys, and I mean, before he was making all that money, it was a no-brainer. Now, with the new amount of money that he's making, you kind of have to, like, can he be, like, your second, third best player, and can you win a championship?
46, 46, 49, 53. So, hefty price.
The ascending stuff is tough. I wonder what the price, like, why some guys sign descending contracts. Because if I was an NBA team, I would just make it descending. That's how I would structure stuff.
I think it's more money if it's ascending, like overall, right?
Maybe.
I forget how money works. Is money today better than money tomorrow, or is money tomorrow better? I forget. If business majors, comment down below.
Yeah, comment down below which public domain character should be the State of the League mascot, and if money today is better than money tomorrow. Thank you. Do you have any other Jazz thoughts? Hello?
No.
Okay. All right.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah, they're not good. Hey, speak of the devil, the Pelicans. They're also pretty bad, huh? 35-30 PELS. 0-4.
But you know
this
who's
week.
not bad?
Well, 0-4. They lost to the Heat, Clippers, Grizzlies, Rockets. They had a hard week, my girlfriend says.
I feel like they've been 0-4 for the past 5 shows we've done. When is their last win?
They had to have gotten one. Let me see.
Did they go on? Did they have a 1-4 week?
They were one. Yeah. My girlfriend said they had a hard week because there was a terrorist attack in New Orleans. ISIS in New Orleans, ladies and gentlemen. Their last win was against the Phoenix Suns on December 5th. So, yeah, they've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 straight games.
I wish they had it. I wish somebody. Oh, it's impossible. I wish there was a losing streak thing, like how the NBA Cup doesn't count. but you can't lose your way into the championship.
Yeah. Well, you could start with that, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but then it's not as funny. If it's not in the middle, it's not as funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, the terrorist attack. But that's not really an excuse because the Knicks have played really well, even despite the Brian Thompson attack.
Moment of silence. How were the Knicks, How were the Knicks in October of that year? I wonder.
Wait, what? Of
Knicks.
of 9/11?
Yeah. How were like the October 2001 New York Knicks?
They couldn't have been good because that's got to be like Eddie or no Bulls. Eddie Curry's still in the Bulls at that point. Yeah. I don't know who 20 is that like Latrell Sprewell.
Probably, yeah. Although he might be on the Timberwolves by that point.
No way the vibes were good.
Yeah, vibes are bad.
But who were the vibes good with in 2001? Who won 2000? Is that the Lakers year?
Yes. Yeah, that's that's Iverson. So, Iverson, phenomenal vibes.
The whole East is disgusting, though.
Yeah. Like Ray Allen, pretty good vibes. The Bucks, good vibes.
They were still gross, though, overall.
Yeah, you're looking like Lakers. West Coast definitely won 2001. Dr. Dre, the album 2001. I don't know if that came out that same year. It's a great album, though. He's like, I think he's cringed towards women, but it's a good album. So, pirate it, everybody.
They were still about like 6 or 7 years away from Transformers 1.
Can you get in trouble for telling people to pirate stuff online? Obviously not if this is a satire podcast, which it is, but like I just wonder if that's like a thing that anyone's ever gotten in trouble for. Because every time I watch a YouTube video where they imply it, they're always like, I couldn't find this video anywhere. I had to take to the high seas to get it or something. So they kind of skirt around that. Me, I just make jokes all the time. So that one was a joke as well, guys.
See, it was a quip, and so what are they gonna do? Bring a quip to the judge? Judge has bigger things to worry about than a quip.
Yeah, he'll probably just laugh. He'll be like, "That's really funny. You guys should start a podcast." And I'll be like, "Your Honor, I have huge news. You're coming on next week, ladies and gentlemen. Judge Smith." Woo! Woo!
Don't waste my time with quips. I'm busy finding a way to legalize child labor again. I'm legalizing Nestle slavery.
Don't come to me with quips. 60-hour work week. I'm writing up the paperwork right now.
64 if you're under 3 feet.
Exactly.
Yves Missi, Western Conference Rookie of the Month.
He's based. He was going at Jokic in that in the game they played. I don't remember when that was. I think it got out of hand by the end of it, but it was pretty close. Oh yeah, because I thought CJ McCollum was going to hit a game winner on us because Anthony Simons just had, and they remind me a lot of each other. Yeah, but in that Nuggets matchup, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 75% from the field. He's good. I mean, he's good. If they have all these pieces for like a good, if there was like a,
and we're not talking Reese's.
Yeah, no, I'm talking building blocks. I'm talking Legos. If there was like a 27-point per game scorer, transformative rim pressure type guy, then they would have a lot of like good pieces to go around them.
Well, did you see Zion donated like $100K or something?
To what?
To the city. Let me see what it was. To terrorism. No, to anti-terrorism. But so he actually is saving the city, and he called it our city in a tweet or something.
Oh, good. Shout out to New Orleans. Shout out to Drew Brees.
Oh
Shout
no,
out
he's
to,
a scammer.
We went to my girlfriend's family is from Louisiana, and there's a place there. He has like an arcade called Surge by Drew Brees. That's like the big sign that's on the front of the building. And it's like they have like bowling and video games and like small roller coaster inside, I'm pretty sure. It was an insane place, but shout out to Drew Brees. Shout out to Surge by Drew Brees.
They say he is like incredibly beloved in New Orleans. Like he could run for office and
he could run for office. Sure. That's what they say.
But he's like also a confirmed scammer. Like he has he has a pyramid scheme going on down there.
I bet I would wager that like 30% of the people involved in that are completely aware that they are being scammed. But it's Drew Brees. He won us a Super Bowl.
He is also funny because he doesn't care about his daughter. like when she was on TV, it was a whole thing. But I looked up Zion's donation, and so there's 2 headlines. Well, there's 3, but the top 2 are Pelicans Zion will actually there are 3. Yeah, so Pelican star Zion Williamson donating $100K to tragedy fund for Bourbon Street attack victims. Pelican star Zion Williamson donates $100K following New Orleans attack. Cam Jordan and Zion Williamson combined to donate $125K to victims of Bourbon Street terror attack.
Nice. Cam Jordan's boosting his average.
Yeah. What are we doing here? Why are we doing PR for him?
It's like written by Martha Jordan or something. And it's like his mom. She's like, these guys combined are doing great work for the city. Which $25K, that's not nothing. It's just that's a funny way to phrase it.
But last minute alert, Jabari Smith out 4 to 8 weeks. He fractured his hand at shoot-around.
Oh, that sucks. Kyrie Irving's going to be out tonight as well. He's got illness.
Bug.
He's ill. He's sick, baby. All right. Calm little 245 for you sickos. If anybody's still here, comment down below.
Oh, a secret word. Scallion.
Comment Scallion down below if you're still listening, and something will happen. For good fortune. Do it for good fortune.
You'll be entered into what's the word? Raffle.
Giveaway?
You'll be entered into a raffle to win millions of dollars. Just head on over to lottery.com and buy a ticket.
Yeah. That'll grant you access. If you comment Scallions, we will send you the link. We'll put it below your comment, and only you'll be able to click it for lottery.com, and then you can enter the raffle. State of the League raffle, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
All right. Pal Gasol, take it away.
Lay down a list of